Hey guys. Fucking trying to charge my phone. Hello, NWO. Hey Woody. Spark. Stupid RNG. Buttercup. Ali. Joe. Hi Jackie. This is a banger. Oh really? I did not see anything at all. The only thing I saw was this round. Ugh. That was smokes, man. No TL EDG review. Not today. I think this is more interesting, isn't it? To look at, like, we're gonna get plenty more time to look at TL. And I don't particularly think that EDG were like worth talking about that much. Like, unfortunately, I can go back and look, but I don't think they were very good. Thank you very much. Hey Ivies. I'm gonna be very interested to see how this works. I don't think this should work. I can see why it would get rounds on attack if it gets post plant. Because obviously with a 3-site map... Oh, I'll get to it later. Let's just go for a bit.
Narrate giving some insight there about having confidence issues on stage. Sentinels?
When's that?
Yeah, I mean, that is a major concern for me, I guess, as a visual test.
Performance issues on stage. So, already I know some of the narratives around have been about SEN's stage issues. And that's driven everyone to now say they need a performance coach. Which I really want to know where this angle's come from. Like, who's ever said a team's needed a performance coach before, or even knows what a performance coach is? I feel like no one really... It's like this... Who said this? Like, who... It's a weird thing. Like, I really am one of the few people that really, like, vouches for the whole performance coaching thing. But if you don't really know what a performance coach is or does, then I don't think you could say that a performance coach is going to fix. It would certainly help, but not going to fix. I don't think a performance coach has ever come in and made a player not nervous or crumble on stage. Like, if a player... I feel like some players just can't handle the pressure, and a performance coach ain't going to be able to... Like, they aren't these magical beings that just suddenly make players not able to... Probably PRX fans. PaperX never had stage issues, though, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think Pandas, like, made them not nervous on stage or something. They probably saw PaperX, though it might translate. Yeah. I think there's more to it than just like that, though. I think it's more... The performance coach aspect is, like, about... It's not about... I don't know. Like, for me, it's more about, like, Jason on stage looking comfortable and hype and fun, you know what I mean? Like, that's probably what a performance coach is able to help with. So maybe I am talking myself into the idea that they need one, but it's not in the way that people think, probably. How do you feel about Santos getting eliminated? I don't. It's kind of fun to have some drama, I guess.
Obviously, whether or not there was any sort of underestimation of Giant X, we'll have to see. But with XLG, we know how...
We're going to be focusing on SEN. Unfortunately for XLG, I think that SEN should be winning this game, and therefore we'll be watching Sentinels.
Got to play for today, coming in with a composition that on map 1.
So,
hopefully,
double smokes comps love to just smoke. I think that this is wrong. I don't really want to get too detailed wrong, but I don't like these smokes. Is what I'll leave it at.
Try and set the tone in that regard.
I'll explain another day.
Here with this. It's going to be a slow burn.
It will be.
Lots of util to cycle through here, but expect Narrate to still play quite aggressively.
I just want to see SEN look a little bit more switched on. Know what they're doing.
So XLG just about get 3 people over in 10, but they're not really going to be able to do anything.
Understand their win, contemplate it.
So they're playing retake.
Very much in the forefront.
Another fucking team who ends up doing retake every single time.
On that haven that potentially we could go to here if it goes.
So SEN get open plant, which is quite nice.
However, had to stand Sentinels going through the motion.
I have to give credit to SEN here. There's a lot of teams who don't even have the balls to go for these right now.
Inside, Spike is down, no threat so far, so we're into retake time.
And not a lot burnt up on the way in either, Sentinels. So XLG have to be diligent here, give themselves potentially some clean kills.
Oh, hey, Alex, congrats.
Big ping.
Oh, this is huge for him. He's set into motion, but gets nothing for it. All the information in the world and no kill off the back. So still with 4 standing, XLG start applying the pressure. Backline, though, is being controlled. The spike is going to be difficult to threaten with Bang's positioning.
SEN played that well, and then I remember watching this too. Bang plays this very well.
Brave boy is Bang. He knows what he's done at the time, playing to the tune so well. Bang, beautiful.
Like I said, that there. Early half defuse actually, and
I think XLG are also playing it wrong against these smokes. I think that both teams are obsessed with middle in a way that I don't think you need to be.
one way or the other could have really swung things back in their favour.
XLG just going to go for a little something. 5-play stack, see if they can maybe punish Celsius. Lothar Omen as well. Games here. Yes.
You're all struggled, but here's somebody to be honest with you.
Yeah. Because again, talent.
Looks like a full-A hit.
You've got to see it on a stage like this, right? So
Double
into
smokes.
The bonus, and well, it's well rounded here, and Celsius so close to that ult very early on. Very direct approach towards the A site. Zekin going to set the tempo.
And then, yeah, here.
Very early on, very direct approach
Flood
towards the A
smoke, and he
site.
just
Zekin
jumps
gonna set
down.
the tempo and take the space, but
This is interesting. This is interesting. Adding, like, having the Astra meaning that you can do some cheeky shot stuff.
Viva nicely positioned here, could get a couple more. And
Yeah.
does. Divides and conquers XLG.
Thank you, my granny. Thank you for the
Got 5
sub.
off the map of the previous, and nobody fall in here.
Do you think they miss tens being the X factor of the team?
A little bit of a gap here between Zekin and
I think they miss having
So,
2 experienced players who, like, if they keep talking about issues on stage, I'm worried that, like, they're almost comparing themselves to the old team in which they obviously had tens and Sasu.
Really unlucky not to find this opener, to be honest with you. I don't think it necessarily makes
I worry
any
that to some degree, it's really hard to interpret things, right? But it's like,
Instead, a well-invested bonus.
one thing I generally don't like is teams who play, like, think they play well in practice and then don't play well on stage, and then think that the issue is just stage, when it could be the practice, if that makes sense.
Again, if we're looking at Raga individually, I do want to see Zekin having a good game here. Want to see Narrate actually find a bit of that form that I
Sassy.
thoroughly enjoyed watching him during that regular season. So start to get more and more involved.
2-1-2. The Euro TP. I'm not the biggest fan.
However, first buy round. Looks like, oh,
Spot him.
If you're gonna smoke mid, if you're gonna use 2 smokes to smoke mid, surely the smokes have got to be good enough that this can't happen.
first buy round. Looks like, oh,
Spot him.
yeah, Raga very sharp on that.
2 smokes at middle to still die.
But Zekin wants to continue. Now, does Raga expect a follow-up? That's going to be a no, and a swift execution as Zekin can take the space.
Nice from
and
Zekin.
another body.
Pretty bad from Coconut there.
Racing through the map.
Yeah, opening a ton of space and a ton of options now.
Yeah, and I'll just go B and win the round, right?
Making its way over in the hands of Zelsis towards B. Zekin's still here.
Zekin just run
Couple
away.
players interested. They want to try and deal with him as quickly as possible, but he's causing real issues.
He's done so well, and he's still
It's pretty nice for Zekin.
The
near this point.
effect can go forward together. Oh, absolutely. Sentinel plant down, even so. Zekin's teed that up perfectly.
Okay, so is the operator the cure for their woes?
If you told me this team dropped... it's rough to talk about in this moment. You don't want to talk about it too close to win it. I don't want to be clickbaited. I'm not gonna speak about roster and roster moves and stuff because that's rough.
Not
But
initially, if they can.
it is a conversation.
I'm going to be putting it towards the A side of the map. Again, Sentinel's focus shifts towards mid though. Seconds. Win out.
Second was seen.
I don't think so, no. Not much to do from this position just yet, but maybe apply a little pressure towards Viva.
John, I mean, Viva, it's going to be half, and the patience pays off.
Zelsis has been incredible this game so far.
Here. This is a well-rounded default from Sentinels. It's a classic, a 1-3-1, pressure middle. Obviously, XLG want info. They want to feel in control of something. So they go for a little look towards A. Zelsis there. And honestly, for Zelsis, nice start for him. Numerically, looking quite sharp. Obviously, we don't always look to him to be the leader on the board there, but this is
certainly the most vocal, but
yeah, this is a solid start for him. And has the ult ready.
That's mental.
His ground, brilliant on two, but overwhelmed in the end. A valiant attempt.
I mean, B has been a problem. Once again, B is a problem for the defense.
Get the dart back online as well, so can see a little bit deeper. But they're happy to leave Zekin in these forward positions. And you might be able to see why. Went for an attempt on it, draws out the paranoia directly on himself almost. Cross being watched by Zelsis, but with the smoke dissipating, they've already made it through. Viva gonna take away Zekin. What is that? 3 back to back. Hello, where the hell did Viva just find all 3?
I think this B site is a really interesting, again, like I talk about YouTube videos quite a lot, like the idea of me doing content. This B site would be an interesting snapshot site to look at for how teams fail to problem solve. Like, I remember being at Game Changers Champs, and like, I'd offered, like, I remember, like, Mimi just lost and G2 just lost. And I remember watching them playing Abyss, and the entire game, like, before, like, in the upper bracket game, they played Abyss, and they lost Abyss really badly, playing 2B the entire game. And then the next game, the game to get them knocked out of the tournament, they played 2B the entire game. And I remember holding that in my head because I was like, if I do talk to her and like, cause like, you know, I like to talk about Valorant and help people out and stuff. And I was like, I might message her and say like, you know, willing to give some thoughts or anything if you want to. And she appreciated it, but she never came back to me. But I was basically thinking like, I wanted to know how she viewed the problem-solving process in Valorant. Because you can't go from a game, get ruined on B the entire time, play 2 there, and then the next game just play 2B again, right? And I think I'm seeing the same in a lot of champs teams at this event. Is like, B is the problem site, and teams don't know how to solve it, but we're not seeing many good adjustments. I think Fnatic, to give Fnatic credit, did adjust very well between the games. Like, I think Fnatic did a phenomenal job. Like, for a team to actually think about it and solve it, like, they did a very good job. I think that a lot of other teams just seem to... We'll have to see as this tournament develops, but, like, it'd be really cool, like, if I was, again, good at making YouTube videos or something, I would basically just snapshot this site and see what teams did and develop over the tournament.
Lined them up. A perfect sight line towards Sentinel's passive hold here.
Show me that one again.
I feel like they just lack firepower for now. Who did they have? They have Bang? Narrate. Second. There is no problems here in firepower, or shouldn't ever be. John is always going to be an IGL, and then Zelsis is always going to be more of a support player. So it's like, it depends what you mean. It's like, if these 3 aren't popping the fuck off, then something's gone wrong. And then if these 2 are falling behind, something's gone wrong. Like, if they're falling behind too much, if you know what I mean.
Deeper and slow things down, but once the paranoia comes through, he's isolated.
I mean, the whole back line for a reason, right? This was lovely from Raga, though, again.
But,
Here it is.
yeah.
My ult is ready.
Oh, it's on the top down as well.
I mean, they do get the retake. Sorry.
Did just get the dart back online as well, so can see a little bit deeper, but they're happy to leave
I can't rely on that from Raga.
And you might be able to see why. Went for an attempt on it, draws out the paranoia directly on himself almost. Frost being watched by Zelsis, but with the smoke dissipating, they've already made it through.
Oh my god, look at these idiots though.
Viva gonna take
They just stood on each other. That's Celsus and John. Experienced players are not supposed to do shit like that.
three back to back. Hello, where the hell did Viva just find all three?
Lucky Rip Power.
One.
My ult is ready.
Where are the others?
Oh, it's on the shot down as well.
Wake up cool as 12%. Can't let the foot off the gas for a second. If that equation,
Why second? Oh, okay.
it's
That's
a little
nice.
bit more fun. Get out of my way.
Do you think, let's say, a new player would change that dynamic? Okay. What? You guys have no idea, like... A new, like, the team should consider roster changes for sure. Like, you can't not consider a roster change at the end of a season. Oh, fuck me. The most important thing is how the team connects and vibes, right? That is the most important thing. The vibes and connection between the players. Like, I'd even argue 2023 Fnatic didn't have the best this, but like we had so many good players it didn't matter. And so you don't know behind the scenes what it's like working with these players and how they rub each other the wrong way. I mean, like, yeah. Even if you make all 3 internationals, since when? It's really difficult for me to do this VOD review without answering these questions. Since when was making 3 internationals? Like, I never got the benefit of the doubt. Like, when I coached and made 3 internationals, I was still flamed for not, like, winning events. So I don't really understand. Like, it does, like, it's always about how, like, is there an opportunity to improve? Every single year, teams are going to make upgrades and improve. If you're one of the teams that stays static, you will not win. It just depends. Like, PaperX is a pretty good example of obviously a team staying static and then doing something to push them over. But it's like, I think that's different because PaperX have such a core identity to the way they want to play the game that they couldn't just swap players in and out in the same way. And eventually they did, when they did make a roster change, things did look better for them. So I actually don't think PaperX is a good example at all, because I keep forgetting that they literally made a roster change.
Builds. If Raga comes online, if Viva's there, if we then get No Man, pop it into the equation.
Basically, what are our expectations from SEN this year? I thought seeing this roster, there was no change in expectations. I don't think you realize how much I think that Narrate is, how phenomenal he is. Like, I don't want to, like... Internationals, for sure, Sassy would step up. But, like, through domestic season, I think that there were times where he was, like, struggling a little bit. I think it's fair to say this team shouldn't done as quite as well, I guess, in hindsight.
It's a little bit more fun.
But coming last at champs probably isn't on the cards. But yeah, anyway, that's my analysis of, like, expectations and narrative. Like, we don't need to keep banging a dead horse here, or beating a dead horse. They didn't perform well enough.
Right? Get the knives.
They still did okay this year.
Back to a more standard approach. Get that mid pressure.
Yeah, and again, with this composition, it's so easy to just block off and not actually burn up all of your utility, so you can quickly pivot away elsewhere. On the side of Sentinels.
Right here.
Still intrigued. If anybody from XLG's be brazen to go exploring out with how present Sentinels have been.
Did they get in their head with those expectations? I think any team that's on a team with high expectations or pressure is going to struggle. How many teams, like, whenever Team Heretics has any expectations, they look kind of rubbish. You know what I mean? They're like, they go down. And anytime nobody expects anything from them, they go back up. I don't think it's a coincidence that these things happen. The same happened on Fnatic. Anytime that we had, like, really high expectations, our performance probably dipped a little bit. And anytime we had no expectations, I think our performance went up a little bit.
Good little slip from
I was
the
gonna
Wraith.
say,
I don't think it was quite as drastic as maybe some other teams, but it is definitely there.
Great position to punish the rotation. So Zekken taking away one on the side. site will apply that pressure. They want to get over towards the right side of the map.
G2 as well.
Great doing
Yeah, I mean,
this.
every team.
It could be marvelous.
I think part of that is us overhyping certain teams.
Things could go wrong, but it looks like it's going
But I
Ocean's
think
side.
part of it is genuinely the players. Like players, my voice breaking. Players fucking read shit, you know? Like players actually like embody some of this stuff, which I guess a performance coach would help with.
How could you forget about Narrate?
No, whole time you
Sorry, I forgot how he just literally
Rotation, so Zach doing this.
snuck in the backlines.
heavyweight and sent here. These
Do you stop them from reading? If I ever see a player browsing like Reddit or VLR in the prac room, I would say like, why do you read that?
Do they start stacking more bodies? Do we then go into more direct sight hits?
Like I shade them a little bit. It's probably not the best coaching, but
yeah, dash, but still the dart to ping and no second player there to really
2 to 4. XLG gonna have to suffer through this round in.
and I tried to relay at times my approach, which was like in 2023 I literally didn't read anything, and I like banned, like I got a plugin that ban like stops the VLR forms from showing up and stuff. And I did try and explain like it to the boys that it really helps me perform better as a coach.
Hopefully they can find a bit of an answer, Mike.
yeah, but looking to dip their toes potentially now with no man shifting across with happy way. Even now switching his position up ever so slightly, but inventory here obviously a consideration to make.
So SEN are putting a lot of emphasis on middle, and XLG aren't really doing anything in response. All they're doing is matching middle with middle, which I think is probably a mistake.
We did see this exploration on the extremity. And does that get caught? It looks like the outdrone's about to go. What does Raga do with this? Play it forward, he does. Tries to
Nice from Raga. Raga has been a big impact.
Kind of expecting it was going to be John QT on a platter, but still going to get his and back away.
No, on the other side.
Oh man, this is... there was a chance. It was really, really fun.
Even like Wolves, like you know that team, like no expectations, do well. Suddenly people are like, oh, maybe you're good, and then like nothing. I think there's so many examples of this happening that it's like it's really impressive when a team can maintain a stupidly high level.
The smoke drop here not being caught off guard, but still 3 left to deal with. And
EDG champs, yeah.
per se.
So far, this is Abyss. Not gonna lie, so far there's a lot of Abyss. There's definitely some macro stuff that could be better for
To deliver.
both teams, but SEN are baiting XLG into a poor game, I think, right now. Now they have Astra Sova.
Go into a more standardized approach. After all of that mid pressure, it feels like the right reaction. A couple of ults to play in, and Raga trying to stand his ground.
So they're probably going to be okay with this. Now they got Euro ult, Sova ult for retake. John saving the Sova ult for post is very strong.
Divide will be a clean plant here. Raga unable to get anything ahead of the TP. Bang. Oh my god, they've just missed each other. Who's going to hit the drop?
Should have heard that.
Yeah, Bang keeps whiffing. I have to call him out a little bit here. He keeps whiffing.
Yeah, I can't believe he got away with that. That looked like it was locked in, and now Narrate's feeling the pressure as well. It's starting to get a little bit dicey on the site. Raga closing the gap, wanting to get into the brawl, but there's a player still waiting. What is that from Raga? Right, head first forward, flash through the smoke.
Oh my god,
he's got the
flash is huge.
That flash was...
How the fuck?
Feeling the pressure as well. It's starting to get a little bit dicey on the site. Raga closing the gap, wanting to get into the brawl.
What is John doing right now?
Still waiting. What is... Should have heard that.
Mate, it's so, like, all they need to do is grab Sova ult this post and have, like, they shouldn't have 2 people here right now. One of them needs to come off. Like, just have 4 people back here. Sova ult, Astra suck. And you've won the round. Bang whiffs.
Yeah, I can't believe he got away with that. That looked like it was locked in, and now
Bro, if you're not feeling comfortable on stage, just don't take that duel. Just play for the grab well.
dicey on the site. Raga closing the gap, wanting to get into the brawl, but there's a player still waiting. What is that from Raga? Right, head first
It's a bad round. It's a very bad round. Celsius looks comfortable. Like, as much as, like, maybe in the next games he doesn't fire as much or something. But Celsius looks comfortable right now. You know what I mean? Like, in terms of, like, a big moment game, he's not, like, he's not feeling it. He's not feeling the pressure, like.
Crucial late round piece to this setup, which is what kind of the next player falls on side for SEN, they know they have to.
Siggy complained about this Astra wall. It's like the pro Astra wall. What's the pro Astra wall? You mean the B1 on pro? The B1 on pro is pretty good though, isn't it? Yeah, he said they can scale out a spawn. I disagree. I think this is a good wall. I think that I think that what's happened on this map is that teams are conceding this. I kind of see where Sliggy's coming from. So I think what Sliggy's saying that this wall gives the defenders this space, and it allows them to retake quicker because of that. My argument would be that these teams should have this space anyway a lot of the time. Right now, what we're seeing is teams not have this space because they're playing the B site incorrectly. So I think in the long run, I think this Astra wall is correct. In the short term, against teams who keep playing this map like shit, I kind of see where he's coming from. I don't think many of your retakes on B should be happening from here and here. I think you fucked up if that is the case. Or you're playing against like a massive ult that's like being used to like take the site, you know, like a breach or something. So whilst I think Sliggy is kind of right, I don't think so in the long run, if that makes sense. I think that if you do this, if you get the spike down on this site with 5 people alive, you should be more than happy. I don't think you need much more. Like, I think it's almost criminally greedy to expect that you're gonna have all of this for free. Like, and if you do, that's why teams suck on the defense right now. Is because they're getting all this. Well, one of the reasons I think is because they're getting everything for free.
Should have heard that. Ooh.
Well, still good for it though.
Yeah, I can't believe he got away with that. That looked like it was locked in, and now Narrate's feeling the pressure as well. It's starting to get a little bit dicey on the site. Rago closing the gap, wanting to get into the brawl, but there's a player still waiting.
What?
He's got the
That's
wrong
huge.
in a small.
Win out versus on side for SEN, they know they have to.
They have an open plant with a server ult and an Astra. Like, probably should have KO money left too, to be honest.
And then with an operator getting a kill from the back lines, it makes that.
Okay, A main group up. So they've conditioned XLG to be probably slightly heavier towards B at this point. Now just going A. So they use this smoke to allow for floods in and to hold around the smoke. Tried it again, doesn't work. I'm surprised with all this mid pressure that XLG just don't push out middle, to be honest with you. Push out middle, concede the site, play for a retake with all the flags.
Into life, but don't get much man to the good. Well, see this command going to slow things down as well.
Still got a flash too.
Did Bang happen when he went for the duel? Almost certain.
That's the concern here.
Away we go. Okay, Zelsis doing well from sight here, standing his ground, keeping control. Building moment for them. If they got 2 back to back, it's not going to be working.
That slight, make that gap a little smaller.
I think that Pearl wall is good too, by the way. That Pearl wall on B, I think that wall's good. I think if you're able to get the spike down on B, you should be winning both of those maps. I think it's kind of the greed they talk about in the Bible. If you want to get more than that. Or again, it's actually interesting. That's a symptom of people playing pro wrong, actually, too. People still play pro absolutely wrong.
I
Like,
think this one, too,
it's
quite
criminally
well.
greedy the amount of that you can get away with on that B site. So against a team that's good, you do that wall. Against a team that's bad, you probably don't do that wall.
As it was early on, so very diligent adjustment. 6 rounds now to Sentinel's name. They've already got to be pretty happy with this. This is a good.
Are you no a Christian? I'm now a Christian stream. No.
Continue for XLG.
I am
Wanted to stay here,
interested.
obviously, but
I do sometimes fall asleep to random.
finding much of anything, to be honest.
There's a YouTuber who does like history of Christianity stuff, which is kind of interesting. I'm not a Christian though.
It's a big question mark on the map.
The conditioning's been fantastic.
Nice here, but why? As soon as this happens, this guy needs to rotate. The obsession with middle once again shining through.
Taught XLG to be scared of it, and now they're going to these more directed sight hits, which are kind of theory crafted. This time though, oh no, not again. Oh dear, we've hits, which are kind of theory crafted.
Huh?
Taught XLG to be scared of it, and now they're going to these more directed sight hits, which are kind of theory crafted. This time though, oh no, not again. Oh dear, we've had one of those. Had a little stumble, had a little trip. But don't worry, the 1-2 punch is still in play, and the flash is pretty solid too. Forces him away, but then goes for the swing on the left. Look back towards the right, then up on top, it's Zelsis. Second gets to watch the play out from afar. He's actually our free cameraman. It's No Man and Coconut, the last two alive. Still with an opportunity, but they need this operator to do some work. We haven't seen it, but Sen is still stuck on this site, right?
To still win the round after an entry is literally just falling off the map. It's quite good, to be honest with you.
33 HP.
The off-mat entry pattern, yeah.
The spike's down against you.
Yeah, regen doesn't make much of a difference,
Still looking.
but a kill could. Does have the blades as well, but it's just not healthy enough to...
How do you understand how much of a specific site like Abyss you're supposed to take? By
And a fine detail, sure, but Zekken may taking as long as possible to die here. Almost makes
like everything theoretical in Valorant is like theory and practice,
There's not many options now for Noman, so gonna try and keep the operator
right?
moving, but
And it just feeds into each other.
rounds for Sen.
So you have an idea, and then you go and practice it, and then you adjust, and then you go have an idea again, and then you practice it and you adjust, and then you have the idea, and you just keep doing that over and over again.
I think, again, you're asking a difficult question about...
Unfortunately, as an analyst, I don't get to do the practice part as much anymore, but I am very fortunate that I get to see things happen with PaperX. So I have these ideas sometimes, and sometimes I'm not able to be as detailed as what I would like. The level of detail I give on stream is still pretty high, I think, but there's some details that I don't know anymore. I wouldn't be able to say because of my limitations and not being in the practice environment, if that makes sense. But the more you're in a practice environment, the more you can see how things play out, if that makes sense.
I want it. Play it in. Take a risk, a gamble. You got 3 rounds right now.
How come we haven't seen Sage on this map yet? We did from EDG. I think Sage is pretty strong too. Are you the official analyst of PaperX? No, I consult for them as a coach.
They gotta know they've pushed up on this extremity heavily.
Like, if you were to if you were to put like a traditional role on what I do for PaperX, it's closest to assistant coaching. But I'm not their assistant coach.
Very deep in his Raga to probably take first contact here. No Man spotted as well, so operator will be noted.
Super diligent for Sen to fight back on that space. I like that they did it together, Baraga.
See, posted up very...
The operator's posted up, and so they go explore B off of the pressure. Oh wait, what? XLG just walked down.
Delivering 2 to the brain of Sen. Bang and Zekken gone. They crossed down one of the sides of the approach. Now the difference could be that the rate slipped up here, right?
This could have been a very, very, very good half for Sen. The pistol... I still think they deserve the pistol, to be fair.
Not able to run rampant.
He's not alone this time now, though. If he swings his corner, there should be a trade. No, there's not. Coconut does get the kill in the end. Time for this rotation. 15 seconds. The clock is ticking. Takes the TP.
It's funny.
It's beautiful. Keeping them locked inside. Zelsis gonna fall as well. This is excellent.
John still hasn't been able to use server ult since that round.
play with him. 45 HP, it ain't much to write home about. Takes a gamble on the timing and takes a body with him. Another
I'll play for Etienne.
round and I'm dirtier.
Much better read in terms of what's going on across the map now.
Absolutely. And here we go. We've seen this look before. Smoke
He doesn't go for it.
dash through. Zekken gonna lead the way. Paranoia in, and then the layers come through. And it's an early flood back in, and Viva's been rewarded.
What's that quote of the basketball player is like, it's what's the quote where it's like I don't want to be like 0 and 10 for free throws or shots. I want to be 0 and 30 because it means that at least I know that like I haven't stopped shooting. Like that's what Zekken just did. He just pussied out, man.
Brought to his knees in the end. 5-7. A fight back for XLG.
The delay of the paranoia here is really what sets things in motion for XLG.
Are all players drinking caffeine in Valor Pro Play? I'd imagine most are, yeah.
Oh, they've made something out of nothing.
Bosa didn't,
Really rocked
but
it.
every single other player that I coached, I think, did.
They had a decent game plan to approach here, but in a couple of these slipping through their
I'd
fingers.
rather go 0 to 30 than 0 to 10 because that means I stopped trying and lost confidence.
A little
Yeah.
bit more from XLG and a great time for it to hit.
So much stressful me.
Who's this person? No Man's Girlfriend.
To have you here, and my first question is,
I wonder, because it says he's Welsh.
how stressful it must be to be watching No Man, you know, playing on the big stage. So how do you avoid crashing out every time?
I mean, crash outs are welcome, but I just manage it by screaming louder.
I think that's a pretty
Okay,
big,
I don't know what
point.
accent she's got.
Then
But it's not Welsh.
Things, and we just support each other.
Concentration sur l'équipe, des fous derrière. Excellent.
A little bit difficult because we got started.
It's their concerns with Sentinels were around their intention of retaking and how they were going about it. I guess this is where we get to check in on that. Now, does XLG have what it takes to exploit it?
Okay, so Zekken probably usually wouldn't take this line immediately, but because it's a stack in which Bang is being in the smoke, he's trying to distract, and he's like, "Hey, look," like he's doing an Oscar bit of acting here. He's like, "I might kill you, but I'm not actually really caring if I do. It'd be nice." And so all that distraction means they probably don't expect someone to be in the smoke.
Let's find out. Already
Two
Zekken
hits.
offering out.
Especially after Narrate also did it.
And Bang gonna find Noman.
Two
Zekken
hits.
Something off with
offering out a
Bang
whole
though.
lot of damage. And Bang gonna find Noman. Lovely work already, but XLG have got their foot in the door. It's Narrate holding them back as it stands and keeping the numbers on their side.
Didn't lose a spike either, so chance to pivot away from this. Narrate, the only one to really take damage, or left standing here at least, on Sentinels. V cautious here.
It's a very
Might even be caught in mid here, Laura.
decision making. Then when it wasn't direct, easy.
Nice from Sun to re-push out. Eco round. I don't think I'm interested.
On the spam here.
Oh, I'm interested now.
Primed, I think, with Happy Way.
I mean, it has somehow got to a 5v5.
Bosa didn't even drink tea. Bosa didn't drink caffeinated drinks during games.
Lovely paranoia
He
from
he
Narrate.
he liked drinking Dr. Pepper Zero, but he was very like, for some reason he has this thing
Paranoia from Narrate.
where like Bosa seems to think that like drinking caffeine is like kind of bad for you, and he's quite disciplined about not doing it. So he just won't drink fizzy drinks that often, and then he'll like treat himself by having a Dr. Pepper Zero sometimes. Whereas I'm just chugging fucking like Coke Zeros everywhere, and then like I'm just like I don't care. Like I don't get it.
Primed, ready, and considered. Happy Way tries
This
to
is
hold the line. It's
kind of a
oh my
why was this retake bad? What did they not do?
yeah, and there's
They got Recon, Paranoia, and KO Flash. Paranoia.
lovely paranoia from
The counter Paranoia is just big.
primed, ready, and
And then Zelsis thinks he's safe.
Happy Way tries to hold the line. It's Coconut.
Who was that? Is that
Primed,
Narrate?
ready, and considered. Happy Way tries to hold the line.
I mean, this stinger is hard.
Oh my God! It ain't over yet! Viva! Again, these rounds against the all-time.
Why are they in a 5?
See him backpedaling 'cause he's realizing, oh, they could all become
Yeah.
tight. Sensible work from Bang.
No, this guy doesn't rotate.
Trying to take a little bit of a slow stand on the way through, but not enough to be a threat, right? Trying to play that balance, and it's just about there. So makes it towards the back. Of the
Ah.
line, does get pinged out, so they know roughly where he is. they will get a point for this.
Zelza's place as well. Like he can't go up there anymore. But yeah. Narrate probably shouldn't be solo scaling up here. That's a mistake, to be honest. Hello, Dan. Be careful, kidney stones. Yes, I'm very worried about kidney stones. I'm very worried.
I think, I mean, I'm already concerned if we tie things up here. And Sentinels are losing round 2s, for example. And
yeah, that's correct. Tavka. Narrate was too aggro on the weak side of the retake. Yes. But the other thing is that he can never be... There's never going to be a situation in which he can't, like... This is more a positional thing. I don't think on a anti-Glocks eco, you know what I mean? Like an anti-Glocks round, anti-classics. I don't think there's a situation where he can ever walk up here and me be happy about it. So I think he just needs to join the pack. There's never going to be this situation where like he's able to ping pong off the pressure because someone could just be stood here with a classic and kill him, or someone could be stood here and re-lurk him. I just don't think you can take the risk to go solo ever in that situation. That's sarcasm? There was no sarcasm.
It gets close like this that might test Sentinels early, that XLG could have the opportunity to truly upset. But it's only an opportunity.
He could hold that line. He could hold this line for sure, but then he's just doing nothing.
Score. Has to show, yeah, they have to show a bit of potential into the rifle rounds as well, right? We've seen it kind of early.
There's no real threat of this happening, and there's no advantage for him to ever really hold this, because they can't, like, unless it's a big gun round, you could hold this with gun round, but against Glocks you just don't. Against classics you don't.
Getting a little cheeky, kind of playing a little unorthodox works really well with them. Now Zekken up on the operator, but he is in the right side of the map for this.
Notice how the difference between SEN and XLG. So I gotta give SEN some credit. I know the smokes came through for SEN a lot, and therefore XLG got obsessed with middle. But I like how SEN are not obsessing about middle. They're just very calmly watching over middle. They're not dragging rotations away from the important parts of the map in order to hold middle. Like the server's going to be very quick to actually help now. Like in this instance here, this Astra ult, if it was back here, they wouldn't help them at all. You know? Like there's still 3 people here. They're gonna be 2 people holding, I think. I think it could be very risky to try and take more of the space. Maybe there is a world in which you could paranoia it up, but if they just smoke you off, it gets a bit awkward. You could play around it all with crossfires.
Oh my god, narrate. Balls of steel in this one. Finds Raga, looks for the plant, but he can't find them.
That looked very... This looked so indecisive. It's a nice play, but it looks so indecisive.
A chance there for narrate to go absolutely nuclear, but threat dealt with now, and will an operator...
I'm a maximalist. I would try and optimize every external advantage I could get with caffeine, eating a certain time before the match, and sleeping well, etc. Yeah, I respect that approach. It's a lot easier said than done. Do you guys have an optimal bow? Do you guys have optimal bow movements too? Optimal bow movement is when you wake up.
They need something as that next step forward to springboard toward the site. And this is going to start looking late in the day. Sentinel's got to get a move on, and they're getting given nothing apart from a quick death, I guess, from Happyway. That's about it.
The way that I see the performance elements working, though, is that, like, I don't think that the performance elements, like caffeine, etc., they're a very small percentage of things. So if you're the kind of person who, like, likes to get those advantages, you're going to be the kind of person who all-ins on them and like feels better doing them. But I feel like there's some players who genuinely don't give an actual fuck about them, and it almost harms them trying to think about that stuff too much. There are some players I wish we didn't try to make strict about certain things when it came to that stuff, because I think it probably hurt them performance. Who do you think is better at SEN or XLG? I mean, SEN lost, so I guess SEN are worse. I don't know what you meant. I know what you mean. Like, if they played this series 100 times out, who do you think wins? You're basically saying you think that SEN would win more than not. But...
still here. Yes, it's going to be missing some elements. We've got 2 Bulldogs rather than obviously what they'd want to have, but one away from John's ult. On the other side, Viva, one off as well.
People seem to get very upset when I think that that is the case for G2 versus T1 at Bangkok finals, but...
would imply they're going to challenge the pop on main.
I don't know who Natty Nats is.
Again, when it's an Astra alongside a Jet, certainly doesn't feel comfortable.
What happens if a player has an upset stomach during a series? You probably end up shitting yourself. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, you can take tech pauses to go to the toilet.
Thought you were going to be able to get a chase onto one of them? No, absolutely not. So at this point, you're starting to look at...
Second posted up with the operator.
Here it comes. He's looking to commit towards the site for now.
Oh, that's big from Zekon.
Shot in the dark, and it's rewarded. Raga, who's been nasty.
Is this the new meta then for the double smokes? Is that you just do a smoke here and then play in or around it, I guess?
Oh, but look at Bang as well. Layers to this. Thought you were going to be able to get a chase onto one of them? No, absolutely not. So at this point, you're starting to look at XLG clutching onto swords. Yeah. What else do they have here?
Bang's done well to get out of sight as well from QT.
Wasn't there an incident for 2023 where Alpha had to do that? I don't remember. I mean, Alpha had to go to the toilet a lot to pee because he drank so much water. Drank so many Red Bulls or whatever the fuck he drank.
This is what it's about. Viva with the ult, Raga with...
Yeah, so server Euro ult combo. Astra server ult combo to return. So that they should be pretty happy to play retake here. Zekon's gonna go for a shot, misses. That's Zekon took what? He took one step too far that way. That's crazy.
Nah, that's ridiculous. Zekon, I gotta see that back in slow-mo because I'm too old to understand what happened. But Raga's now just become the bouncer, right? He's got an operator there. Dips away, but controls a lot of space.
Tough Sentinels to break back in here, but Divide committed, Hunter's Fury committed.
Oh,
the rate's push out here was nice.
Tough Sentinels to break back in here, but Divide committed.
A nice Astra smoke for him sitting at the top.
And that's a good tag as well, so a bit of information. Narrate's the one who's a problem. They can't clear him comfortably, but look at the post-plant positioning, Mike. They're still on site. They didn't fall back super deep, so they are going to get cornered. There's a chance they can fight in, but that's brilliant from Narrate. That's what you need from the back line. It's now down to 1.
That was nice from Sen.
So well. Is it on the end of the ping?
Yeah.
All of this off of the back of that as well.
And he just comes back in.
Catches him.
Bonk. I mean, gotta say though, Narrate enemy remaining. I think for me was the difference maker. As much as John QT did really well on side, or absolutely outstanding in that round.
Do you prefer coach PCs or stand-up behind your team coach PCs? It's always funny seeing players make those kind of joking tweets like Alpha and then followed by a tweet a few days afterwards or something. Hey, I think that at this point, if you're a player messing with like Brazilian community or something, I wouldn't ask to stop the hate at this point. You kind of know, like, I don't think that those communities should be doing what they're doing whenever anyone says anything that's not positive. But I think you just double down on it. to be honest with you. Yeah, you kind of know what you're gonna get, and I don't think Alpha deserves the nonsense replies. But I would just try and stay above it, if that makes sense.
Towards mid. Start here with rifles in hand.
Like,
Ooh.
yeah.
Actually,
You're never gonna convince these irrational people that what you're doing is like just
a ton of information
a bit of fun, or you know what I mean?
this far forward.
It's not that deep.
John QT still finds it, Lauren.
Was he just sat just behind the wall so he was able to evade the flash? I loved what they were
What
trying
a
to do.
beautiful little
That
pop
was
there.
super nice little pocket play just called for.
Like,
but
I got shit from Brazilians once because I said in a press conference that I thought that today was just an off day for us. I didn't think it was like, I didn't think Loud did anything that was like over the top good or something like that. Like, I didn't think it was like, I thought it was more of an us issue, which of course is like one of those generic things people say. But I got like fucking shit on for that. I was just like, any other, like, most other teams that I would say that about would not give a fuck, you know what I mean? I wouldn't get flamed, but
and that's put XLG right back to
apparently
the
that was
top
enough
start
to
in this round.
get the
They
Loud
need someone
fans to
over-deliver
be annoyed with me.
massively. And Zekken on duty. You don't normally get 2 shots towards Zekken like that. This man still massively impressive to my eye, but narrate here. Oh, dangerous. Life defined by the smoke. Pop flash in, dart in, and a good spam. Actually gives away a little bit of the position here, trying to apply that pressure. Narrate. You know, the end of this room, he was able to.
Beautiful flash up though. And with the dart, that's a
So
ton of information.
once again, you see SEN not committing anything, no stupidity towards middle. Like, I like how they're playing around
Beautiful flash up though. John QT
the
still
edges
finds it, Lauren.
of middle.
Was he just sat just behind the
They're
wall
not
so
playing
he
in
could
middle.
evade the flash? I loved what they were trying to
They're
do.
not getting baited into
That
it
was
too
a
much.
super nice little pocket play just called for, but John QT, positioning of a god, no problem.
And then what are XLG gonna do? Like, how are they supposed to go through these areas, these tiny choke points?
Man, and that's put XLG right back to the drawing board. From the start to the end of this round, it feels like they need someone to over-deliver massively. And Zekken on duty, you don't normally get 2 shots towards Zekken like that. This man still massively.
The only thing is
impressive.
that Zekken's on an island.
Here. Oh, dangerous. Life defined
And
by
now, nice crossfire coming in.
by the smoke. Pop flash in, dart in, and a good spam. Actually gives away a little bit of the
And then Zekken does the smart thing of, I can't hold this, I'm gonna come just support this, shut down this part, and then we'll deal with this after.
trying to apply that pressure. Narrate's still gonna be gatekeeping that push towards the site. They
But
can't
he
do
takes
it.
for fucking ever.
Turns, but Happyway wants out of
But
danger.
generally speaking, like, what Sun are doing there is a much better job of playing Abyss defense than most other teams.
Ooh, that plant position, I was like, in a little risque, but they're gonna have to go against the odds, right? A 2v3.
Yeah.
How important is making control on this map? It's catfish.
2 flashes to work with to at least get them towards sight now.
They're gonna need someone to hit
It's
a mad shot though
catfish.
from XLG. Coconut left on his own as well on site. Happyway can't really help. The smokes are in place. Already diffuse started, and Coconut tries to get a shot in, but he's just being pressured. But under pressure, they shine, leaving Zelsis to find both of them, and he can't.
Right now.
Not back yet for John QT or Zelsis though.
Yeah, but 2 flashes to work with to at least get
The
them
open plant once again being very valuable.
Shot, though, from XLG. Coconut left on his own as well on site. Happyway can't really help. The smokes are in place.
I was kind of unlucky. Celsius does come and clear the site, but then they don't get the front of the site cleared.
Already diffuse started, and Coconut tries to get a shot in, but he's just being pressured. But under pressure, they shine, leaving Zelsis to find both.
Yeah, so Coconut basically won them round.
They
just out of line of sight. John QT. No, no.
arm up step, right? Second. He's already fallen off the
I was
map
going to say
once.
careful on that ledge.
They're going to need the little, like, you know, the training bars on the sides.
In the bowling.
Yeah, yeah.
Get the barriers up.
Yeah, mid is partly catfish because these threats aren't that big. And on the flip side, playing in these spots to try and dual middle doesn't give you an advantage at all. Like, it's kind of, I think it's attack-sided.
Wayne, just for the pop flash off the contact, it looks like as well, so you can punish if someone did go that way. There is no contact here, however. We can see how deep they're holding. On the other side, Raga waiting very far back.
There are still rifles.
And then you're stuck in the middle, and you can't go hold the site anymore.
Don't expect XLG to be pouncing on the opportunity.
Towards big bang wasn't much, but there is still 3 players here. They didn't fall too far away. My eyes are on Zekken, it's on Bang, it's on Zelsis, but they've been met with a lot of force. 40 seconds I don't think they like what they're seeing here.
No. Zekken throws knives in there. I can see, yeah, Happy Way's taking some damage, but
Not
through the
enough.
smoke. 30 seconds left now. They're scrambling for a rotation.
They're going to leave Roger here for now. Can he catch one on the way out? Still trying to show something, puff up the chest and look a little more intimidating. But as it stands, XLG are in the right place and they've inserted a lurker. I like this. Draw the players over towards A, but you've got to be ready. And that was...
I knew that wasn't gonna end well. Oh, wow, just lurk. What's he doing?
Clean enough. Big punish. SEN open up the chance for the retake now. Red carpet rolled out and Narrate still waiting. Gonna find one. Viva can't escape the site. No man next in line. 4 players now.
They fucked this round. XLG fucked this round up massively.
Bulldozering their way back through. As 5. You're not gonna get us.
Yeah, it's like,
And, you know,
at least it's some anomaly in some of these rounds, or the ability to defy some of
Do you think
the odds.
XLG can win against Janix? I don't have a hot take on that one. I mean, Janix should win.
12, and XLG being left broke.
big round. I don't think he's going to find a soul, but I know that XLG are here. And Narrate playing a little bit up closer, and Narrate really taking the reins and some of the, I guess, expectations of damage when it comes to this as well. Because Zekken's not having a hot game.
No.
You know when he does, trust me, you can't miss it. But in his stead, Narrate's absolutely picked up that mantle, so he's standing in the way of their B approach if they do decide to continue this way, which it looks like they're working back to.
I wonder if Pansy would because you know she said that like Zeken's not having a hot game, and then she kind of then added the thing about like how you would really know if he was. I wonder if that's like a Valorant thing where like she's like, well, I need to add this because it's Valorant, and people like don't understand criticism or expectations. I guess is the real word. I don't think Valorant fans deal with expectations very well, and I think Lauren's very good at setting expectations.
Next couple of players to trail up to this. Do they get caught? Narrate waiting. He's been good at this one, but no man's done well here. Much better from XLG. Narrate waiting. He's to go through. You're waiting for the next couple of players to trail up to this. Do they get caught? Narrate waiting. He's been good at this one, but no man's done well here. Much better from XLG.
So what is this?
Unless he's got a line up towards somewhere else now, will be noted. But again, no TP away.
They got KO to retake.
Do they get the timing right?
They get a bit confused around here.
Noman does manage to go through. You're waiting for the next couple of players to trail up to this. Do they get caught? Narrate waiting. He's been good
It's kind of bad that Celsius is dying with KO.
at this one, but no man's done well here.
Yeah.
Much better from XLG, but Narrate's still alive.
They kind of half flood without using KO and then just die.
Has been naughty.
Faking the TP this time, but now actually committing to the second.
Finds a bit of space too with that divide, but Coconut
Wise
very
to
heads
it.
up, very heads up. For
In their head. Again, curious, again, no man getting away with a couple of goals. I mean, the kill from Coconuts, yeah.
Yep.
Count those ones.
Nice, boys! Come on, man.
Great for the confidence too. Keep that up nice and high after applies this.
You're not bored regens here, but Zelsis does have the null command.
And it's going to be patient for XLG, a slow beginning. Maybe expecting there could be aggression or, you know, something a little bit cheesy after a timeout. You don't want to get caught off guard.
For what it's worth, I do prefer this
Go through
comp.
the motions, right?
I don't think that the double smokes is necessary.
Tower, Zekken patrolling on site. Paranoia's in. They are
But I think having Yoru is just too good.
Bango slips into that smoke. We've been waiting for this, but it gives away the position. Still gets his man down. I thought he had another. Noman quickly puts him to bed, but it's a 4v4 post plant.
I don't like Sen's comp.
This time, Bang only getting away with one, but not able to retrieve. Zelsis now. The key player for
I don't like KO and I don't like Jet.
and a ton of utility to work with.
I don't like double smokes. I like Sova. I like Sova.
Paranoia again off the drone, potentially?
It's looking pretty much like it, yeah.
You like the Waylay on Abyss? Yeah, I do. I like Waylay everywhere. Nice retake. Same retake we saw before. Same the rate still solo scaling. Just a little bit
Paranoia again off the
difficult.
It's looking pretty much like it. Yeah, and Zelsis gonna flash this corner. Does get turned, but not
He kind of has to. If his pathing is supposed to be up here, he can't wait. So it's an awkward one. I think on an anti-eco, he shouldn't be pathing up here though.
Sentinels flying back in on the site. It's only Coconut at this shot.
Out perfectly. The Aldrone.
Broken, but it ain't safe yet. The one away now from Sentinels to get
So
that
the
first
fake
kill.
recon flash to make it feel like it's a mid push, hoping that they might just walk into some shenanigans. Over here, we're gonna see the smoke bait, I think. So the Omen will stay in. The Jet's gonna do Oscar performance and dash away, probably, right?
Under the belt.
Or they're doubling up.
Big info.
Yeah,
I don't know.
clear enough to view
Okay.
there, but gonna hold on to it for the time being. Just not feeling confident about the angles.
So once again, you don't see Sen getting caught in middle. They're not obsessed with holding middle. How many teams do you see just like hold middle and get stuck?
Linear mid can be for that ultimate, but now becomes fairly big late round piece actually on the back of maybe the second dart.
It'd be nice if they didn't have 3 people just watching these links the entire time. They probably need to start thinking about how do they get info back.
Here once more.
They use the drones to get info back.
Who's on site towards
See what they
that?
do after this. Yeah, so this is nice. So like I imagine other teams as well would use this drone for info back, and the KO would follow. But the Sen are smart enough to know that that's stupid and just go and focus the site.
Yeah, that looks like
They
it.
clear out middle, it's fine, and then they're gonna reset a little bit.
Well, this is the thing with XLG's hit towards A. I don't think Sentinel's necessarily going to bite on this.
Now you're looking at a very deep position already for John
So if
QT.
XLG do fake on A,
On the site, right? You're still gonna catch 2 on the
On
knife.
the
That's
knife,
quite
yeah.
convincing.
Yeah.
And you can see the
a little bit. I don't really know what John's doing.
paranoia about middle. John QT
Was
just
John trying to?
gonna catch 2 on the
On
knife.
the
That's
knife,
quite
yeah.
convincing.
Hmm.
And you can see the paranoia about middle. John QT just put his dart towards that. So they're still thinking it might be this A split through mid potentially. But Zekken caught in the trap. He's got problems,
stash.
but he's sticking around, and that's why Happyway goes down and Narrate now side by side catching a bounding.
That's nice.
Man, it's stunning. Back on it as well, not to be caught out.
Once
Rather
again, the
see
push
that-
out. Yeah,
Oh,
Sen
fight back for Zekken.
played decent on Abyss. They played decent. Even if middle was catfish, do you think any call to push up middle at the start of the round is suboptimal? Nope. I didn't say that pushing middle is not bad. I mean that like if you're sitting in these angles dueling middle the entire time, or you have like 3 at the bottom of middle and you're just like playing this passive middle position, it's catfish.
Oh, damn good. 13 to 10.
I'm gonna take a quick break.
Potentially on the
yeah.
line.
I'll be right back. I'll be a couple minutes. It wasn't for an optimal bowel movement. It was for making a protein shake. Triple Sentinels is a crazy strat and it works. Yeah, I mean, I said it before that this game is 35% macro. It's 35%. So the 65% comes from everything else. I think I'm prejudging, but I'm not the biggest advocate of this, and might come from the other 65%, or SEN really don't know what to do against this comp. To give some context, I do think that there is an argument that SEN didn't do very well against like comps that have clear win conditions. So when we watched this, I was very, very critical of how bad SEN were playing against the Breachstone. And even Kaplan, I saw talking about it in the post-match conference that he wished he'd done more to kind of set them up to how to play against the Breach. But honestly, I think it was kind of like almost embarrassing that these players don't know how to do that. Like it wasn't particularly deep stuff. How's my pick'ems? I didn't do any pick'ems. So in my head, that this comp probably shouldn't do like not specific to Lotus, but like 3-site maps in general. I don't think that 3-site maps are particularly good for heavy Sentinel compositions outside of Chamber. Chamber allows you to go on the map and like do interesting things and get picks. The bunker Sentinels, I don't think do a particularly good job on 3 sites, because you can't hard bunker all 3 sites at once, if that makes sense. You're always going to be in a situation where you can't hold all 3, and you're going to end up playing for retake a lot of the time. So I think defensively, this comp struggles. And on the attack side, I don't think you actually do have the tools to take sites consistently. But the lucky thing is, on the 3 sites, as long as you choose the correct one to go to, you don't need heavy exit power. And then you can abuse your Sentinel like stuff for the post plant, right? So I do think that Ender had a tweet yesterday, and JT were talking about yesterday, where like the general vibe is they think that the triple initiator is better on attack. I think it's specific to 3-site maps, because again, you cannot bunker every single site down. You're gonna be weak somewhere, and then your retakes are gonna be kind of shit. On the flip side, you're gonna be able to exec a site and choose a weak side, and then get down your Sentinel util for post plant. Is it a reliable enough comp? It might survive the tournament. I don't think it's the kind of comp you'd run over like 6 months or something.
Now, Mike, we could talk to death, the ins and outs of this map, these compositions, but I want to start on the emotional sort of approach to this. It's worrying me what I'm hearing from XLG.
Yeah, it really is. It's not the way you want to hear a team talk about them. We're talking about Raga being, I mean, very candid with what he's saying about himself, but also to check in there from the outside looking in, it's not how you expect a team at Champions to be talking about themselves. And let's say, they just went 13-10 on map 1. We're not talking about a team getting absolutely blown out of the water.
No. Yeah, that's the bit that's got me a little worried. But
it's like the old school Paper X stuff. I think the irony of this wall is it allows for the defense to have more control over this side, which is the side of the... How do I explain this? So I'm thinking, I'm cooking in my head, right? I'm cooking. So the Sage wall allows the defense to play... I think you play here with the Vice, and then when they do the Sage wall, you're safe almost to play this side. You basically you're basically being gifted playable space around here, and that's going to be good because then your fade rays kind of combo can just play for nade plant kind of stuff. And you could just play to deny the plant with spam. And maybe Odin. The Odin could be a solution here. Obviously, the Sage can still try and take the one-on-one here, but I think you're in an advantage, and then you could be anywhere here. So I'm thinking that this wall exec actually gives them the space they want to and could play around it quite nicely. Like the Sage needs to do this wall to do something for the exec, but yeah, I mean he can run up here for sure. But if you're running up here, good luck. You should be getting shot, like, you know.
I quite like the Sage. I don't think Raga was looking to be where he is now, but Zelsis can allow the funnel to go forward. He doesn't look phased by it yet. The paranoia has to come in, and he still stood his ground. Maybe a little
Nade, great damage.
too long. At the same time, John QT's
How did John die?
Zelsis can allow the funnel to go forward. He doesn't look phased by it yet. The paranoia has to come in, and he's
Oh, John took the duel like that.
maybe a little too long. At the same
In general, I think it looks like Sen are recognizing they gotta try and hold the site. But as long as they don't concede all of the space, I don't think that their retake's actually bad. As long as they don't concede the whole site, they're fine. If they still control like this and this, I think they're Gucci.
Oh my god.
There he is. Like, Zek had a quiet map one, but if this is the tempo he comes back in with, it will be a quick reminder. I love hearing about what Narrate was well. The coach was talking about Narrate in that regard, letting him make the play, pull up his own number, and it's a clear.
That's to had to commit the pass on site here and maybe have the paranoia as a further tool at their disposal, but sort of composition in the season this outside and actually gets tackled to happy way.
Coming in from Narrate, up and over the wall he goes.
Yeah.
Intentional in that, but Zelsis actually to catch Raga. Oh man, this is brutal. What?
That's his own teammates. No.
How has he managed that one? It's now into a 3v2. They've made something out of nothing. Now, will it get wrapped up with a bow though? Let's find out. John QT within touch.
Ugh.
Oh, that ain't pretty. So no one's got a chance. It eats the paranoia, but doesn't lose his cool. My God, where do you run to? Most of it's walled off. A tap on the spike and a missed shot.
Gonna keep John QT's gonna struggle outside of a weapon though.
They're playing the standard setup on C.
So we pass one across, so maybe to spread the funds.
Paranoia pain shell. No.
It is kind of important for them to shut down lobby. XLG can't really fight for A that easily, so it is a lot of util to use to shut it down.
See smoke and a pain shell gonna go in. Oh.
This is
Choke denial is pretty good against this, but the wall is going to be. Let's see how this goes.
jump spots into the spam. All the people on opposite sides of the map here, but both teams. XLG looking to create a little bit of pressure outside C, but again, this composition, don't expect central.
I'd imagine there's going to be a lot of this game, right? Like pivoting between the two.
That first jump peak. I think the final destination might be B side.
They're going to get some picks
It worked the map.
like that, like that.
Falling apart, find their way towards C once more. Find their way towards C once more. Will be slowed down.
Unorthodox, yes. Early control. Time you can see. Only on a stinger.
Yeah.
It's a lot of util again. Like XLG probably can't really fight Rubble that easy, so I don't think they need SEN. I don't want to see SEN using this util every single round now. And once again, we got Zelsa's trying to hard hold elbow. I kind of understand why, but at the same time, I don't think it's necessary. Like how this Viper orb essentially isn't getting much value right now.
Play close, kind of has to.
How do I explain this? They have no dive, so this whoosh, the orb should do quite well. But he's getting CC'd off.
Just be all in.
Same thing. The adjustment already from Zelsa, though, going to tuck towards the box and play.
Sage slow to stop, and then that like you. I don't think he can play. I think you just played.
Close, kind of has to. Did get caught in the net. And speaking of caught, Donkey in second. Has to. Did
I honestly think they if Zelsa's played here, they'd be fine.
get caught in the net. And speaking of caught, Donkey in second. Very unaware, it feels like. Very not used to dealing with this. And yet, it is on all.
The XLG have you.
Itself. On that one. Sorry.
I mean, Zelsa's staying alive here, but it makes it so hard for the second and third player coming through from SEN to try and.
Now they learn.
Because the issue is with this comp as well. Like you see the same.
Omency would be okay. Ace retake probably easier than C retake. No. I'm not saying, like I keep saying, I'm not saying that SEN should play for retake. They should play for plant denial, is what I'm saying. Right now they're playing for choke denial. I think they should play for plant denial. I think that I think they're very safe to play around this area. I don't think there's much threat. I think that the Sage will it makes it safe to play around here. Because essentially only one player can go and duel at the top, and then you're safe from, like, that player is not going to have fun dueling 2 or 3 people stood around this spot. And then just play for plant denial. Like, the thorns, the orb could even be placed, like here, right now. Until they, like, the Sage could be used against XLG, I think, here.
Zelsa does a 3-man stack on the cross. Building towards site now. They got to get ready. Pop the ult from Noman. Gonna clear backside. Find nothing.
They are getting a bit, like, they are essentially not shooting them very well. Like, it's hard not to say that. So now they switch to fight for mound. Retake A with Vice, which is fine. But ultimately, XLG can sniff this out. There's no Caesar nade for the first time ever, and they're just like, well, there's nothing here. Let's just go A.
Zelsa does have ult as well. Gonna be respecting the utility right now. They got to get ready. Pop the ult from Noman. Gonna clear backside. Find nothing for it. But still, the site is looking likely for the plants, and a shot in the dark could not have been better. Coconut gonna catch Narray, who wanted the ult on top.
It's a bit early.
Probably but 2, I think. So with 3 pistols or secondaries in hand for XLG.
But it's only Zelsa's going looking, right? Like, this is a very individual effort, and the timing miscalculated.
He almost rotated away from this, expecting everybody to pick.
Fine, actually. Has to try and carve his way out, but he's bought time with the lovely little C's on that nade there. Goes back for a second glance. Maybe a touch too
Yeah, HP.
A bit of a misread, it looks like there. But again, the thing with Sentinels is how many times do they over-deliver when we've been... But they do... I don't...
We come... I can see... on attack.
Like
Just like Series 2 up on the defensive side. With the
Sen.
scope as previous, so...
Yeah. Dedication, actually
You know, and that's
catching
a
back towards C. Is going to have to learn...
They have fade and raise up for the retake, and they haven't held C once from this position.
A whole new set of lines of holding this side, right? He's alone though now. He does have John
This is interesting.
QT over here.
Oh, you're also against the fade up. This is poor from Zelsis.
Eased up here, slowed down. He's got every single ult. Look at him. He's in the wars. It took a rocket to bail him out, but he still falls nonetheless. And they're aware of Raga here. They know what's going on. Second waiting for it. Spots one on the cross up. Good. Good work from Zekken.
Like the amount of damage this raise nade can do and the Caesars can do.
Shell as well. And Sentinel's starting to get a grip on this one, but Raga investing the res, goes on a swing. Second still standing, still.
Zek for OD. You're not going to catch, but is dealt with. Raga curious for the swing.
This would be huge for Raga. Playing up close, he gets decimated. Zekken on for the ace, and he.
Really nice from Zekken.
As difficult as possible. The catch on the res here, beautiful from Zekken. Almost trademark.
Maybe I used this Phantom with the lock-in body. This Phantom, I do like this Phantom. Lock-in body does match it quite well. Zekken's inspired me.
About the fact get those. He's going to get the reward of the operator too.
Operator here, it's a pretty decent solution.
Taking over the position basically from Zelsis, it looks like.
they're trying to problem solve.
But a new approach from XLG. Opting for that look towards the B side. John QT put on notice quick.
Mark's got to be very careful. He's desperately trying to bait out the wall and does. Obviously here the benefit of having the Sage, you can kind of dip your toes and recover. Back of the wall being dealt with early on.
Zelsis again, man. He needs this. Ooh. And actually, it's narrate in the meantime.
You can spam this wall. What? I see players trying to spam this wall all the time, and I was like, "Can you spam that wall?" Apparently you can.
Narrate in the meantime to find Raga.
I knew you could do it with Odin.
That B pivot, and it is. But Happyway's getting ahead of the curve by quite a large margin. Does he catch Zekken? No! Look how quick this guy is. Flies around the corner, takes him away. Post plant we go.
Okay, SEN should win this round.
He wants to stay on the side.
Ahead of the curve.
And this paranoia has to be perfect, Mike.
Yeah, could set things in motion here, but Viva going ahead of the curve himself.
Oh, he still got it. He got down John QT and gets away alive. Trying to claw away at some of those win cons that sit so well for SEN. 14 HP ain't much to play with. And Zekken bounds in. But Coconut desperately trying. Zekken into the 1v1 up against Noman. He's already done.
He should have done the ult defuse thing.
He's got to do so much.
Remember when Nokia did the ult defuse thing?
Oh, can't be
Does
done
that still
this
work?
time. Denied at the final hurdle. There's no
I mean, they're 5v3 post.
lets him know.
Odin would melt them, yeah.
Down to the wire here on B side. Raga actually being caught.
I think I got a Masters buddy. Like, I didn't ask for anything, but DSN and Alex said they were gonna try and get me the buddy for Toronto. And I do have an extra Masters gun buddy. Like, I have 2 of them for some reason, but I don't have the title for winning Toronto. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to have 2 Masters buddies or not. I don't know if they're both from just Tokyo. I only have 1 lock-in though. Oh, okay, they give 2. Okay. I mean, I don't care enough. Like, I don't really think I don't really care. It would have been nice. It was a nice idea, but I don't really care.
Again, XLG are, again, with this wall, they're able to get through a blender that usually a lot of other comps would just crumble.
Yeah.
We have a raise, maybe they can get ahead of it, or a Yoru potentially, but the wall negates the snake bite. So it allows a couple of players from XLG
Really nicely. Now Bang might be here in some of this. He definitely does now. Managing to stay away and go back in on the swing here. Can't quite see him. Now he can. Oh, on for a sitter there. Bangs in so much.
Couldn't he just TP to here? Am I being dumb?
Thought he was on for a sitter there. Bangs in so much trouble. The firing squad hunting him down, and the race just about bangs in. Now he can. And he needs to stay away and go back in on the swing here. Can't fight him. Now he can.
I think Bang makes mistakes a lot in this series. I know I'm putting some pressure on him when I'm watching because I'm like thinking I've seen a couple of moments from Bang where I'm like, okay, he needs to step it up. I'm like I'm waiting for that big moment, you know what I mean? You just did the same. What's your impression from now? Yeah, what do you mean? Impression for what? Like why they're not doing well? Mini got one guide. Oh, it's usually one per buddy. One buddy per. I hate Twitch chat, man. Like you guys speak with such authority about things like you don't know about. Yeah. My solution to XLG would be I think that Celsa shouldn't be playing here. My intuition about playing against this comp is that whilst it looks like the kind of comp you want to deny this space, I think that because they're using this wall, you can just play for plant denial rather than choke denial. And this wall gives you space here to play around. And so you just play for plant denial. You don't let them set up in the post because you control the space, but then at the same time, you don't let them plant very easily without doing tons of damage to them. So I think they're overcommitting on the C site. And then when they change their setup to do 3 here, it's just bad. So that's my analysis right now. I think that XOG are getting some... I mean, Senna got a little bit unlucky in some of those entries and stuff, but... In terms of macro, I think that Celsa should not be playing elbow.
On the back of the utility, to put Happy Way in a position to.
For me, the problem is that Sen should have started 3C and fight on the A wall, and then have to lock C man with Omen in the fight from. I don't hate the idea of. I don't think I agree. I don't think starting 3C. I think you still get fucked up. I'm generally not a fan of playing 3C. I know why you're trying to say it because you want to kind of put some forward pressure. If you play so passive against this comp, you're not punishing the comp for not having tools, but they still do have deadlock net and fade prowlers and stuff. I think they'll still end up dealing with you. I think, but I think that it's fine. I don't know if that's how teams actually push though, but. Oh, if Omen starts mount, I don't mind the idea of just having Omen here for more info. And actually pressuring out the util. Instead of letting the team just take mount for free and then like do all their util dump. I do think fundamentally on C though, they need to stop playing here and just start playing around this space.
I don't know if Sentinel's considering even looking for an exit here with.
Oh, they basically just cam C and then, okay. Yeah, if they're camming C and then using no util to take mount, then I don't mind that idea of having Omen there.
I don't want to discuss a double timeout.
I just generally think 3C doesn't work that well. I think that teams end up just teams like have to int into you almost sometimes, you know. Or like 3 mount fights, I guess.
Still doing great defense, but without flashes and without anything to really set anything in motion. That's why we're seeing XLG snowball in some of these rounds. Coming out of the timeout.
The problem is that the only issue with that is that I've highlighted that Bang is not felt comfortable this series at all. And if Bang is the person who's going to have to be the person getting his dick out, like I'm not trusting it right now.
Maybe for aggression, but
3C open doors and go mini to fight from front Viper wall. I don't think you want to give up Rubble against this comp though. I'd prefer Rubble control personally.
Set out the side of smoke.
Second, mate.
Oh,
You got to show some
IGL problem or coach problem?
get us around.
I think it's hard to distinguish between what are coach problems and IGL problems because I don't know what people's expectations are on what a coach should do or what an IGL should do. I generally lean to blaming coaches because I think it's their job to set all these things up. But in Counter-Strike, they would blame the IGLs more.
Really would like one.
Or even in Counter-Strike, they would blame players specifically more. They would blame, like, if I had a problem with their C hold, they would blame the C player. Whereas I know how systematized this game can be and how structured a lot of the teams run stuff. And so to blame individual players seems wrong in Valorant.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not what the doctor ordered.
But maybe that's wrong. I don't know. It's difficult.
Bulldoze their way out here, and again, maybe great awareness on the side of XLG. That's
Yeah.
you know, wait it out a couple of seconds.
Yeah,
I think the idea is you don't want to. It's not that you don't want to basically let the team walk out for free without using any of their util. Is basically what is being said. This composition doesn't have the best like brute force or best scaling possible, so you want to burn some of their util. So they have to burn more for exec and then burn. They have nothing for post, you know, or have little for post. And their strength isn't to brute force through those spaces. So.
And the TP actually baiting out some of
So
the
now Celsius is gonna play in the smoke.
from
He's gonna try and beat the Sage.
G so good in terms of early round protocols. Oh wow.
He's breaking the wall, but they want this wall up. I think they want this wall up.
Having said that,
we go in on.
Okay.
said that,
I mean, not quite what I asked for, but the first round that Celsius doesn't play here is the round what they hold C pretty nicely.
the slow and the snake bite catching Viva here.
You've absolutely cursed
Yeah,
it, man. That's
that's-
crazy work. Raga.
And now they're just
Hold on, Raga's
this wall should not be this valuable. Like they know that there's a player on the wall. What are they doing? What are they doing? Like, it's just bad to watch. It's tough. It's just bad. It's just bad.
7-3 by the way.
What is going on? I'm loving it. You know, I guess welcome to champs, right? Welcome to champs. What a first game we get given.
Oh, that's the concern is it doesn't look even near.
They didn't fully take Rubble. Bang's been punished.
Looking like he's just a
Bang looks uncomfortable.
sleep at the wheel. I know exactly. And that's a rarity. I was
Celsius has been uncomfortable this map. Bang has been uncomfortable this series.
Quiet work, does it well, safe pair of hands and all that jazz. It's rare
There
you
we
see him
go.
call
I don't like that Sage wall.
I mean, actually, yeah, able to deal with creating a hole just before it solidifies. So not necessarily locked down.
Hard to go through a one-way and a stun.
Oh, God.
But, I mean, you're
What are
walking
you meant
into
to
a blender.
do? Well, like not on his own. The theory's right. This is nice.
Okay, so they use a fucking lot of util.
Expecting a bit of aggression, it looks like, from Sentinels, but not towards Mount here.
And once again, new problem solving from Celsius now wants to play this box.
Apart from the util between Zelsis and John QT.
They look like they just don't know how to play against it. They're a bit confused. Oh, okay, it's Viper. Okay, fair.
Pull out the hit here from John QT to maybe act as a
It
deterrent
would be
to
kind of funny if they still did the Sage Wall thing and just ran through.
the trap inside it. Spam.
What about more aggression push out from B? What I've said, I think what I've said's fine. Like they're gonna be able to hold C, fine. The only issue with going for any kind of aggression is you then weaken up your extremities in which they can just walk out for free. So if you're gonna do pushes through B, you're accepting they're gonna get up A, And you're basically saying that we think that if we flank, crunch, retake you, it's better than us holding the site. And I'm not sure that's true. I think throwing in stuff like that's fine. But ultimately, I don't want to lose. I don't want to be set up in a way where they're going to have a wall here. They're going to have fucking trips up here. They're going to have a deadlock wall. Like, I don't want to deal with that.
Damage, sure, but not connected the way you'd like for Sentinels.
Doing so well at getting this wall done.
Again, ahead of the minute mark.
Yeah, for it.
Not coming towards actually taking some space back away from Sentinels. Bang again. Panic button. He's out of there.
He can't stick around on this. Again, the layering up, the scaling up, super nice. Looks like the rate will go.
Yeah. So, yeah. If they can shut down, like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna catch all. I'm pretty sure that's everyone noted. Reaction time.
It shouldn't feel comfortable for this comp to split the A site. This trip is quite nice though.
30 seconds. Narrate trying to hold.
But like Narrate's just it by himself, just fucking like what is this? Like what? He's just by himself in tree. He knows there's 5 people here. He does not need to be stood here.
Everyone noted. Reaction time. 30 seconds. Narrate trying to hold the line and get swept. Ankles broken and XLG looking to eye up the site. The Zek can get to hold this down. Not really.
Yeah, that. This is like one of those moments where like you know that the team looks like they're just in fucking disarray. Like the comms must be terrible right now. They must be hating life. Because every single well, they're all just doing stupid shit.
Made it look as you don't bottom, but I mean the main story is the fact that XLG have put Sentinels on notice. Mike, this is a different looking side. I mean, you can look at Raga there already.
It's a bang mistake, not an array mistake.
It will go for the ult. Yeah, that's gonna catch all. I'm pretty sure that's every.
I mean, Bang could very easily play with him if that's what you mean. Or he could be he should be paranoying.
Reaction
But like,
time.
I don't know if he's asked for paranoia or not, so I don't know if it is whose fault it is. It feels unnecessary to me to be playing for tree denial when you know that there's gonna be 5 people here. Like, it's a bit hindsighty, but if he gets the kill here anyway, they just res. But I feel like you could just play back here and just chill, just hold the backside.
Narrate trying to hold the line and get swept.
The Bang is slow.
Broken and XLG looking to eye up the side.
Whatever's happening is a disconnect. Whatever's happening is a disconnect.
Revealed here.
It doesn't feel right.
Expect this, and I'm so happy to see it. We've started to see Ra get activated. We're seeing Viva still looking good. Everyone is doing their job in a fashion that none of us saw coming.
So this comp cannot fight that well for rubble. So we're probably going to see a lot of just rubble for free. It's nice to see them fighting something. Like this is probably the only thing they can fight. But ultimately, yeah, I do think defense is where they're gonna have more troubles. Like I said before, they can't hold everything, and this comp has a lot of anchor agents, right? I don't think anchoring this is particularly that strong, and I think there's gonna be gaps for sure.
He also saw all the players basically pegging it towards A.
Like traditionally, you know, comps are kind of balanced enough where you'd have your anchor on one side of the map, and then you have people being proactive other side of the map, right?
No man. You don't want to go down.
I mean, they've left a trip fucking deep sea. It's over.
You see, he was toying with the idea, but now going to place the wall down.
What is this? What?
Seeing the pistol,
What is he doing?
Regardless of actually gets a shot. chance to solidify, but Zelsis actually finds the opener.
Yeah, what a cracking opener
Don't
from
know what that was.
Yeah.
Time being purchased. The slow is here. The rotation's now in play. But can they land the shots? Narrate says no. The happy way. But the punch back gets two for himself. The site's not secure though, and Sentinel still.
I mean, Sentinels deserve to win this round, I think.
Him.
Right
Happy
now.
way does dip out of the site now. Playing smart and
Why?
Viva coming over to support.
Does John really need to make this solo play? 3v2?
Down, but something noting the plan.
Yeah, second play noted for XLG. So Sentinels have a chance to pivot away quickly if they want to. They're going to do just that. Looks a little bit concerning though once you get into B site here. Get a little scrappy on the post line, but attack player in towards main. Mate on guard here, first contact.
That's a tough one. Narrate is going to burn the Prowler. That's fine. Still has the Haunt too if needed, but he's
Why is he haunting where there's someone already?
drawing a lot of eyes on him. Look at the rest of his side. Bang and John QT, one towards main, one towards blue room. This is tough for XLG, but that's a step in the right direction. They now know
Okay.
after this is going to
Synergy all over.
4C is anti-eco, who cares?
scaling up, but
Oh no.
Have a round two fully
There's no
prepared.
4A.
So that's why Sentinels are really taking their time
oh,
here.
Viva looking dead. Yeah,
I think
he's
that
definitely gonna take that
should be
opportunity to
fine.
move up, but Raka slips ahead second. Fight over on this side of the map. to start with.
Sage slow. So they are fighting for A.
Slow
But-
walk
Oh.
to
Ooh.
separate,
Well, hello.
bang TP and forwards. Can
Up
obviously
and
note
over.
the weird smoke.
Realistically, nothing should come from this.
To actually get over the top of the Viper wall here.
That's madness though, but maybe not guessing or assuming the bang had already TP'd over. Gonna put it out on an island. I thought there'd be more layers to it.
I should have known because of the weird smoke that he's got in there to avoid the reveal.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscalculation it looked like from XLG. And obviously for Viva, there's no way out really on the fade. You're kind of stuck there. It looked bad.
It feels weird to me that they think they need 4 people to fight this, but
Slow walk
I guess-
maybe separate,
Hello.
bang TP and forwards.
More really on the fade. Your new puzzle of what this A approach is going to look like. They're going to spot No Man though. First info on him.
Kept in check for the time.
they're just gonna be split, right?
Sentinels again going to potentially look for a quick pivot through the door. The main blocked off though. There's not necessarily immediate reinforcements on site here. Even though the sight lines are still open. Zelsis got a ton of obstacles to
XLG going back round to open door, right? Okay.
overcome.
30 seconds left.
Not in.
I like that.
Just still powering
I
on
respect
here.
this.
Outside that, not much util to really make use of.
3 people.
For XLG.
Yeah, I'm very slow about this one.
Yeah.
This flash isn't that good for here either, is it? I think the flash would ideally want to be where the people are fighting from.
Very, very slow. Sen will be lapping up this time. Smokes are going pretty deep. Facilitating
Okay.
positioning from
So they
halfway pretty
paranoia, but they don't use it for anything.
But it does mean he can get backfill. You see Zelsis closing in. Bang takes him away, but not before they draw blood on Zekken. Little look through towards that blue door, and No Man's doing well.
Oof.
Zelsis!
Zelsis' position was good here, so I think
Sen will be lapping up this time.
in a weird way this smoke's a mistake to some degree. Well, it's not. It's Happyway shouldn't be leaving that smoke like this.
But it does mean he can get backfill. You see
Happyway should not be taking this duel. I think he should be the one containing B main and then being the person to trade off if something goes down here. Happyway makes a really big mistake. The spike is easy to defuse, and all he needs to do is contain B main. And then as soon as they start flooding out here, he can just turn his attention to go kill them. By dying here, it re-puts the question mark on B main. And now there's nobody able to like trade off the push through the door.
Zelsis
It's
closing in.
a
Bang
pretty
takes him
bad
away, but
mistake
not
from
before they draw
Happyway.
blood on Zekken. Little look through towards that blue door, and No Man's doing well.
It's a very big positional mistake.
Third in a row though.
Third in a row. Alright, how strong's your cursing capability?
But I think we've already seen a fairly good example of that.
Yeah. How do you feel about this comeback?
Three,
Okay.
3 rounds to kick off the second half is usually just
Absolutely. Into the race.
to them be playing
Where those are in. And round by round, you're seeing Zelsis getting more involved. Second looking deadly. You got Narrate now really starting
I still think Sen should be trying to
to
do
fire up.
something
It's
on my
really
on
scary
Rubble.
for XLG.
The fact that they're now giving up Rebel control completely is weird. I guess they just want to go into ults, so I guess that's fair.
That could be the checkmate, but it looks
But they don't know if something like this is happening.
like they've got a bit of a plan in mind. That's the start of it, and that might be the end of it. Zekken putting Happy Way to bed instantly.
We've got no man now still to try and hold down the fort, but a showstopper can and connect. It
Nice.
will find Coconut.
Yeah, look,
Okay,
Zekken.
clean.
Yeah?
I mean, still, yeah, scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, we're getting really down to the
I
dregs
mean,
of it.
gaps in util. There's a Bulldog out, there's a Guardian out.
Okay, bang back in. There we go. This is what we're waiting for, the consideration of it and the spray. It's desperate from Raga, but it's still bang alive.
That's quite nice.
Consideration.
It's somehow like the aggression here is quite nice because like it's like they're just spamming through the net here is cool. I didn't think the XLG would be able to fight like this, but it did kind of work. Oh, Dead Dog ult was big.
But it's still bang alive, but he can only go so far. Gets put in the corner. Zek
I think Sen maybe needs to be more explosive.
kidnapped, and XLG finally find their footing.
A stark contrast here.
The other thing is like they are fighting with a bunch like at this point. I think Sen could do anything, and if Sen went harder on A or just went C, they'd win. I think against this.
Be scared. This is fine. Look at
A deadlock ult.
but it's one out of the through here though. This could be a big
So now they do go harder,
Zekken says, screw it, I'll
but second gets revealed by that reveal.
do it again. Bang, same thing. Right?
Realistically, they could easily just go C right now and
Into it,
win,
no
but
ults in the same way this time to be used. So a different scenario, but right back into it and says,
yeah, the harder A option is apparently a little bit harder than I thought.
Right back into it, no ults in the same way this time to be used. So a different scenario, but a similar outcome. Coconut the first to punish. Taking away Zelsis who had his ult. Big investment of the ult, but Raga gets away.
Raiders?
Just brute force with his
Oh,
util.
thank you, Inspire.
And it certainly doesn't feel good to watch it.
Wait, is that
Coconut retreating all the way up towards the top of it. I mean, again here, advantage created.
is that how I
The
think it is?
onus of responsibility now.
Oh,
shifts to
like
Sentinel.
Baby J? I hope you're well, bro.
Make them next
I hope you had a
move.
good stream.
It's not going to go up here, and Sentinel's going to stick to that.
I haven't watched Envy for a while. How you guys doing right now? You lost to TSM. Was that the finals, right? Yeah. I'm sorry to give you PTSD. You went. You did a. You lost a couple. Generally speaking, though, you guys are doing well, right? How does this work? How does this work? Oh, you guys are in it, so it's fine. When the fuck is this? Oh, it's in Brazil. It's in Sao Paulo. That's kind of sick. I honestly don't recognize most of these teams. I'm such a fraud these days. I know these 4 players. I don't know those guys. Oh, finals are just meh. Just money. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. And there's no seeding, right? There's no seeding. It's just a Swiss stage. So yeah, you guys can fully just say that, and it's actually true. Yeah. Who's on TSM? 7. I remember 7. He's very young, right? I actually don't recognize these 3 players. This guy's doing well. This guy looks pretty good. Jesus Christ. You know how on like Reddit they talk about like which player should be in tier 1 and stuff? I've never seen this player talked about. And it's just like I've just spent I just clicked on stats and just seen him. I'm like, well, that's a good player. Like they cheese us with the Sage. They cheese you with the Sage. Where did they cheese you? Oh, an Ascent. I think Sage is good, man. I think Sage is good. It's actually a good counter to you guys, I think. Because I think the Sage slow now stops the dive like really well. Because like the new Sage buff, right? The slow is like it stops you dashing through the slow or something. So it kind of works against you guys pretty well. Like I've always said it in ranked, like people who complain about Sage in ranked are crazy because it's like really good against like ranked gameplay. And I think you guys don't just play ranked gameplay, but I think that you obviously are inspired by that kind of style to some degree. And so the Sage does work pretty well, I think. Odin Sage. Oh, okay. That's check the Lotus comp. One sec. What disgusting comps being played on Lotus. I don't mind this. I'm generally not a fan of Cypher right now, but I think that you're just a Cypher main, I think. But I think this is good for you guys. Oh, Sage. Oh shit, Sage here too. Yeah. Yeah, you got owned. I didn't realize there's 2 Sages.
This one, XLG is close enough by. Still a Viva Zolt here as well, and Happy Ways. Not forgetting Ragas too if they need a man back, but
Cam's good when you don't have an op agent.
Gonna look to maybe go a bit deeper.
Don't have an op agent. Oh, I see. I see what you mean. Yeah, I've never really thought about it that way. Oh. Wait, what happened this round? Okay, so Sen tried to brute force the fight and get punished for it. I think the TLDR is that Sen should just be going C. I think against if you know the other team is fighting for A heavy and they don't have a Viper to hold C, I think you just go C. I don't think the Cypher is gonna have too fun a time trying to hard hold this. They obviously can try and get some spam through and stuff, but I don't think they're gonna be able to hold it like Viper Vice or something like that. And then the retake on this comp is obviously not super strong. So I think Sen should be switching to go and abusing C. But the rhythm of the game, it might be too late in terms of like the rhythm of the game, right? So like XLG have done the 3A thing, like 2 or 3 rounds now. And so if Sen now switch to going C, they could be running into like a huge C stack or something. Why doesn't Sen use Euro anymore? I don't know. I think they probably just weren't comfortable with it, I guess. Zeka didn't like it. I haven't really looked at the maps they played, whether it was like necessary on the maps they're playing. Like on this map, playing Raze is good. Nice little retake there. Well, the retake came through from... Yeah, it's nice retake here. Oh, they're obsessed. So now XRG do change a little bit. They're adding a little bit more comfort towards C. So if Sen did now try and go towards C, they got to go through Paranoia too.
Here and then find something with the spam, but again a shift of focus, but drawing out the key PC utility here.
Very different start.
There's no good side to hit though. I just keep looking back to the minimap. I'm just saying, yeah, you do, yeah.
Pick your poison, right? Where do you want to head? So we'll at least keep the option open of this A approach.
The rate brought the Odin. Is that just to deal with deadlock and fucking Sage walls? It's so annoying how much ammo you probably got to use to break both those walls.
Oh, he's outdone. Viva sharp with it. Highlight even that one in there, lost there.
Bro, Sen just needs to stay alive and exec. It's not that difficult.
Now hopes to with 30 seconds left on the John QT to maybe catch somebody.
But the
On the
setup's still
rotation into
here.
B, yeah.
Still util on this one. No man's still around.
Opening the
Ball
cam.
gonna come in, that's gonna catch
The
him.
retake.
Yeah, but maybe one left.
Yeah, that's nice. I've been talking about this a lot recently, where there's a lot of ciphers who are like in a retake scenario with their cam, and they're using their cam for like strong info instead of literally just waiting for the retake and then just popping cam. And this is really strong. They can see there's 3 people now going towards Hobbit, and then they've got a Sage wall with 15 seconds left. Like,
Run and you can't hide. There's no way you're getting away from this. The TP comes over. So they've got Coconut now on the side. 8
it's
seconds.
over.
Raga denies Zekid. As the TP comes over. So they've got Coconut now on the side. 8 seconds.
They're not getting in.
Raga denies Zekid. There's no way.
It's rough.
They are getting that spike down. Time is gone. Sentinels running.
That's
too
rough.
late.
Kind of unlucky on the spread. No, that was rough.
The weapon, but you just heard it. XLG up to map point now.
That was some stress.
Again, another example. XLG getting away with a try re-clearance. Again, you're talking about how util heavy this composition is.
I did him rough. The fucking observers did him too.
Sentinels.
Woes were corrected after those 5 rounds. They're going to be returning now. As
Okay,
the
see.
Sentinels are being put through
They
their
should
paces.
win this round.
XLG
They should win this round.
showing what this composition
Oh,
can
is this
do.
the round? Is this the round?
To make these sites look near on impossible to hit.
I think I know what
Astra is
happens.
still alive, and investing this
Yeah, I pulled a sliggy.
second already towards the site.
It is this round, right?
Make shorty work here, but will allow entrance to site.
Maybe it's not this
See
round.
many, but we're back towards the 5v5 post plant potentially.
Oh, the
The
wall
wall
up.
over the top.
Oh,
They
this
just
This is
got
beautiful. Just spam. Shoot.
I can't see it. It's off by like a pixel. That could have been nuts.
Oh, Zekken's done fucking phenomenal.
Lands the shot, the paranoia posted. Happy way goes down. This has gone to madness. As it's a 3v2. Coconut again. Finding
Does Sam win this, right?
situations he has no right to. So Coconut and Noman trying to step back on the site.
Yeah.
Great, holding down the fire. And Noman's options
Yeah.
looking like
Okay.
like, maybe some
Go
of
see win.
what's
guys.
balls up.
Now it's starting 3. But Sen can see there's no util being used, right? There's nothing, there's no hard util, so they can suspect that there's a heavier C side right now. Like, they've not had the same amount of util being thrown on rubble this round. So they can probably start scaling up A quickly.
Trip coming out as well. Not sure if that had been heard, maybe.
I think Celsius should be hearing this.
Celsius again, the one that was isolated previously, disconnected now, and Sentinels maybe a little bit of wind in their sails. Again, you get to this point, you're asking the question: where is that util? Where are they looking to trap us?
This could be some nice timing, actually. Celsius.
What's he doing?
This could be some nice timing, actually. Celsius putting it side of the
Um,
for this.
You like the replace trip? You mean the guy? You mean because he puts 2 trips down and you mean
Celsius
he
again, the
takes
one
it
that-
away? I'm a bit confused. You have to explain to me what is he doing? To me, it looks like he doesn't know what he's doing, and he's just. It was online mount, then places second for fight. Oh, I see.
We'll have to get that in the post-match
Replace the trip. Yeah, yeah. I'm on the same page. I was a bit confused why he does this,
trip coming out
and
as
then
well.
he's
Could
like,
have been
"Yeah, I got
heard.
2. I might as well fuck around and put another one down." And then he's like, maybe not.
Celsius again, the one
Maybe-
that was isolated
Maybe I won't." Like, I was a bit confused by all that noise.
Sentinels maybe a little bit of wind in their sails. Again, you get to
This could be some nice timing, actually.
It wasn't bad though. It wasn't bad. Like aim labs wise, I think that was. It's almost there. I think that counts. I think he hit the
Nice
ball.
timing, actually. Celsius putting a
It wasn't the
question
best
mark on
precision.
side of the map, while for this close Viva, you mad
But to
man.
be fair, he did have it on his screen the entire time. So
Raga, the one playing on the corner. Narrate could just spam through this, really. Very aware of their lines. But up close and personal, didn't expect the
Okay,
from Viva.
Sen should be fine, right?
Underneath them right now. Someone's taken down.
Yeah.
And John QT gets involved. They're brawling into this. Viraga
I still think C is weak. What could XLG be doing better here?
Looking isolated previously, disconnected now. Sentinels maybe a little bit of wind in there.
I think this player. I think what they could be doing better here is playing to isolate one of the sides a bit better. Like there's a bit of a disconnect between all of these ideas in a weird way. We have a backside hold that isn't being supported. I guess the Omen is the Omen gonna go? No. To me, like I'm just thinking like maybe there could just be more of an emphasis around the front of the site here. If we have the deadlock ready to support here, like we got an Omen here, we could like sage wall this off and just slow, and then we could just fight the front or something.
Where are they looking to trap us?
That's some nice timing, actually.
The break of the trip puts the Omen towards C.
Zels is putting a question mark over towards the C side of the map. While for this,
But now they have info.
Madman.
I think they're a little obsessed with having to watch front B the entire time.
Cautious here. Raga, the one playing
Yeah, this deadlock wall is now strong. It should have been a bit deeper, I think.
on the corner. Narrate
And he probably should be playing here.
this, really. Very aware of their lines.
It feels awkward now. It just
But
feels
up
awkward.
close and personal, didn't expect the repeat from Viva.
It's interesting watching people trying to hold a site.
Down, and John QT gets involved.
Because I don't think many people really think through all the protocols or like setup ideas that you could do. It felt a little bit RNG. Because you have to consider, like, if you're playing 2A, you got to consider you got one guy probably close here, and you got one guy close here, or you might have two guys in one of these spots. Like, how do you play to make sure that these players are doing good stuff, and how are you like connecting yourselves up and stuff? You know, it felt like there was a bit of a disconnect.
Well, actually, I didn't spot that. Yeah, they're actually way worse off than I was thinking in terms of the purchase here. So
The 11, oh, and Swift
And once again, I think that Sen again, like Sen should just be abusing C.
still on his trail, right? He still wants this one, and he gets his reward.
C isn't particularly difficult right now.
On the fight. These were the rounds they get skipped for.
they're going to go bang falling.
This is the round they lose, right?
Going to trip, but not going to catch again here.
No, it's not. No, it's
Goes
not.
down. It's going to spread pretty wide across site as well. That's basically everything in terms of possible plant locations covered now for Sen.
Okay.
Zelsis and the Raid tucked on the outside of it as well.
Yeah, Zelsis got to go kind of big here, I feel like. And he's already done very well with one. Buying time on the second. Couldn't quite connect towards Coconut as well as he did the first, but a 3v3, especially in this
Wait,
post-plant
Happyway's ahead of him.
positioning. I mean, wait, hold on, Happyway, what you got for us here? Gonna pop the ult on it. Zekin and John QT gonna be revealed.
This Barcam was cool to see this round. Oh, is this your doing? This one? I saw Nats doing this once in the EMEA.
Especially in this
Wait,
post-plant
Happyway's ahead of him.
positioning. I mean, wait, hold on, Happyway, what you got for us here? Gonna pop the ult on it. Zekin and John QT gonna be revealed. Gonna be noted, but the time's on their side still. They want this 11th, they still want to be in this map. And the resilience on display.
If they see all this util flying in, they should like I think right now Sen should just be 3-1-1. This person just says they're throwing loads of util here, and then just go C.
On 24, the final of
Like this is enough util now for them to just go C. This person needs to pretend to start breaking this wall a little bit, but it's just faking, and then you just go heavy C. And this is what they're gonna do, and they're gonna fuck it up.
XLG, another one where I guess they've just decided to give this up previously. Double stacking trips on crucial engagements here.
John just needs to put orb down.
QT though wisely backs away, doesn't want to give anything away.
So proactivity into CT. It's a nice idea because this comp doesn't retake very well, and so if you do take any space from them at all, and then like fall back, they're gonna have to use all their util to actually just clear out.
Did manage to evade the C's, but still on the corner. pushed off by the Prowler, but only for a
Get the
second.
one.
Zekken
It goes so badly so quickly.
them goodbye as Raga falls to his knees, but it's no matter by
Why is there no smoke down?
dash of
Oh.
APCs, but still on the corner. Pushed off by the Prowler, but only for a second.
Bang should just be in this corner if he can't do anything.
Zekken waves them goodbye as Raga
God, he tries to smoke like now
falls to his
in the
knees.
middle of nothing, and he hasn't got his gun out.
Just
Just yeah, I don't know, guys. And then Zelsis whiffs.
too many targets, too little time. It's all
The stress, you could tell there's something wrong with the stress levels. Like so many individual just little things, you know. He's two in the middle. He doesn't see both sides of the plant. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I don't think SEN. It was a good game, but I think SEN made so many like uncharacteristic mistakes. Why am I on this game? Haven. So what did I not like about Haven last time from SEN? We got an hour. So last time against on Haven, sorry, they didn't play very well against. They played really well. Like I know it looks like results based analysis, but like they played really well here. Like these rounds here, they played really well. They had a very good understanding of how to play the Viper. They got a lot more map control. They just exec well. Like everything was nice. Then here to here, they let Giant X just breach stun them every single round. And then on defense, what I didn't like was there was a few things, but I think Sliggy talked about it in his video. I personally think that if you're gonna play Viper, you should play with like this kind of setup. But they don't do that, and instead they often run either this or they'll run this, and I think both are bad. And when they do run these ideas, I think Sliggy said it's like if you're gonna play with this orb, apparently what Gen G do is they play really kind of up close and personal with it, whereas what SEN do was playing like backside. The other thing is their C retake is almost just shit. Like I think that sorry, I'm going between fucking Valor Plant and Epic Pen. The power of this wall is that you could decide whether you want to try and hard hold and flood, or you can run away and then just retake because you're blocking off like key lines for them, right? Whereas if you don't have this wall, sorry, I keep trying to use fucking Epic Pen. If you don't have this wall, like how are you gonna be flooded in or retaking? Like it's pretty difficult, right? So I think that is a problem with their defense, and I'm gonna see if we could see that today too. Yeah, so it's either like this or it's like this, and in both instances, I think that they're gonna struggle to retake C. Or hold C in general. Because on this map, if you try to play retake A, you lose. So a lot of the time you're gonna see like 2 to 3 people trying to get to the A site with this Viper orb, and it should be like okay to hold. And then obviously if you're in a position where you're trying to do that, you can't also be in position to hold C because don't have enough people. So like you can't use this wall that effectively if the other team's like manipulating you properly, if that makes sense. But we'll go into it a bit more. Hopefully we'll see examples of that in the game. I mean, they have a better defense this time. They get 5 on Haven with that pistol, so
Again, we've talked about kind of
it's not the worst.
mental
yes.
gymnastics that XLG are trying to overcome in terms of champions overall, you know, how this question is going to, but also the previous result versus
So yeah, they love this wall. They love this wall.
XLG. 13-9 last time they met, but certainly a different climate this time around.
Oh, it feels like it. Again, the fact we are here, it's credit to XLG. Even
It's an awkward pistol for SEN. Like they could essentially be being burst on right now, and they have no idea, and they just have 2 people stuck. So a bit of an awkward pistol to see. Obviously, if the opponent goes C right now, they're in a decent spot. But this feels awkward. And you can see John starts peeling towards A because they know how hard it is to deal with this. It'd be interesting here. It's annoying because we're not going to see it, but in this situation, I wonder how SEN would react right now if the other team just C-split them. I wonder what they do. I would hope Zelsis would just fall, but I would presume he would. I think it's almost... I think you've got to be pretty brain dead to try and hold this in this spot with pistol. So yeah, they get 3 to A in time for the hit. But still, it's not enough. Fuck me, Raga. 23 HP. Observers kind of fuck us a little bit there. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. I didn't love this pistol. Genji fights to keep space. It felt like in contrast that kept losing space with no plan to refight for it. I think that's fair. I think Genji get away with some stuff when they refight space on this map, but I think in general it's... Oh god. It's pretty incredible. Bang once again, man. Like, he's got utilite. Bang had a rough series. So the wall puts the question mark. So basically against the Viper, you're going to see a lot of just someone stood here and someone stood here and trying to like figure out what's going on. Especially with this comp. With the Yori might explore more deep towards sewers, but with this comp, it's going to be a lot of just stood at the top of the ramps.
Progress made elsewhere on the map as well. Sentinels want to try and sit back a little bit.
I don't know how Omen is second gun a pistol with no Viper orb. That's true. Yeah, I didn't even realize. Like, I forgot that it's pistol, and they didn't buy the orb. I think if you're gonna play that sub, you need the orb. Like, that's kind of criminal to play that style of sub on a pistol. Like, Haven defense pistol is rough because obviously you don't have like a spray gun, right? So like when you're playing defense in general, you're like, if you're one person here, you can still spray and get a kill, right? Whereas if you're like by yourself somewhere on a pistol, you can't. You're gonna get overwhelmed. So it's weird to play just 2A and not pick like a very clear idea on the map. Like usually you're gonna see like 4 stacked somewhere, or you're gonna see like 1 here, 4 here. You know what I mean? Like, and then these guys will push out or something. It's a strange pistol for sure.
Control here. Again, certainly don't want to see XLG setting up for the sort of execute we saw on the pistol round.
It's like a hair flow on my microphone.
4-second off this line.
In terms of placement, yeah, but a closer angle and Raga again will find Zekken on the way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't blame, like, I very rarely look at micro things like that. Like, it's just because I've seen Bang a few times be in those situations in this series. And then, the pistol was slightly oddly designed. Nice recon. And he looks crisp here. Slide out window. Oh, Bang again. Okay, nice. It's nice to see that he's still in the game.
On the deeper angle, Zelsis again shutting down No Man, same as the previous round here. But a little earlier, that lurk is removed.
Zelsis is doing a good job right now. He's punished two things already.
Not considered on the deeper angle. Zelsis again shutting down No Man.
You should feel more comfortable on this map.
But a little earlier. That lurk is removed.
This is much better, much better. Sen
So, Banner
keeps
by Zelf around Zelf.
Wait, what's the time?
Raga,
What is the
it's
time?
something that makes me feel as if he's going to be a little aggressive this round.
1:15.
Tagged up on the cross here.
man, he's being caught, but last time it was 23 and he still did well. Zekin's having a brutal game here. We'll check this time out.
Wait, what? It's over already?
Tagged up on the cross here.
Man, he's being caught, but last time it was 23 and he still did well. Zekin's having a brutal game here.
Something that makes me feel as if he's going to be a little aggressive this round, but Astra tagged up on the cross.
Did they get the tag?
He's being caught, but last time
He went for more.
it was 23.
It's kind of okay.
Game here. We'll check back in on that because Raga's still doing naughtiness, right? Narrate has been his kryptonite though. Handling the pressure.
Narrate's done well.
so well. A bang
Yeah,
on the
should be
drop
fine.
line. And John Q, a little bit of a switch up on position as well. We're gonna have Zekin over towards that C side.
Killjoy A. Why? Oh, it's a Viper sub. Okay.
We talked about how he struggled, so
This Viper sub uses a lot though.
maybe readdress.
It does use a lot.
Approach here as John QT invests the pit all the way down towards sewers.
There's a lot of tendency of them liking to work up through that as well. The amount of times Raga's pathed that way. This could be a change up for them. Whoa. Careful.
Drone will come through, but Spam's not really connected.
Generally sound defense sub though, right? Like you get 3 on the other side of the map.
No foul.
But it's gonna be hard for them to, because there's 3 chokes, right? So they're all kind of gonna be having to deal with a choke at a time. So, you know, there's 5 players to go deal with 1 player at a time almost, it feels like, to some degree.
For XLG previously. They do tend to favour it if they can create some pressure elsewhere. We'll see a set piece come through.
So in we are. Respect given enough.
And they gave up against a Viper ult.
And the ult on
Yeah, I
top,
didn't even realize.
trying to construct some
This sub isn't... I prefer what Fnatic did. I think I said this the other day that like if I think my preference for a Viper ult would be to just do one on C. That just gets a bit of like everything on C. And that's what Fnatic were doing. Is they just did a weird one where it just like kind of got like that. And then you just leave the Viper by themselves. Like the Viper's kind of chill. Whereas this one requires you to have a second person. And not only a second person, it's your fucking Killjoy player. And then, yeah. I think I prefer the Fnatic Viper ult,
been
personally.
a relatively decent line, or maybe even spotted slightly over the top of that pit potentially. Nice positioning from Coconut, but
Secondary.
stay up here, but it's worked well to find another. Zekin finally gets himself on the board, trying to stride back in towards the B site. So it is a
With Viper, I like Killjoy. Oh, I like Vice the most. And then I like Killjoy. And then it's Cypher. Like, Cypher is probably, like, very low down on the list to pair with the Viper specifically.
Zekin
If anyone remembers why, I'd feel free to say, but I can't be bothered to go through it again.
Shock dart goes in. There's the layers of this happy way taking a boatload of damage, but dropping down the bottom. Time to back up.
Yeah.
Operator. So something A-long. Having mixed results from here, but this is a classic spot for this man. Does get Coconut down early. This is at the 1 minute 30 mark. That is a
For what it's worth, I really prefer Yoru over Neon as well. Like, I think Yoru's way better on this map. I just think Yoru's just way better in general. I don't think it's any different on this map.
Happy way, no man, looking to maybe create a bit of pressure elsewhere.
that alarm bot's still in place. Zelsis can at least keep his full attention on lock.
Yeah, Zekin actually faking the steps away, so he's still towards
Like, Zekin would be allowed to put a lot more pressure onto this Viper wall, whilst also being able to literally be C at the same time, if you know what I mean. Like, he could be exploring more dangerous angles, whilst also being able to literally be this side of the map very quickly.
just in case there is confirmation elsewhere, but XLG didn't really make a move on that, so Sentinel's not necessarily going to be feeling the pinch.
Like, Neon, I think, is played for attack sides, I guess, but, like, I don't really understand why you want to... I guess when you're Raga and doing Raga things, I guess it makes sense, but I don't think it's consistent to do that.
Shouldering that, look towards Sewer, and an
It feels like a one-man exec almost. I mean, like, again, you see what I mean? Like, I say it out loud, it feels like a one-man exec. The guy's walled up, and he's, like, the only one in deep.
Gonna pop the on, try and find Narrate, who's been playing inside these smokes, but he actually managed to live only until now. It's Bang this time to do the work that was needed. Straight from hell, taking them right down there with him, and walks the smoke. It's audacious and it works out well. Bang showing validity after a rough couple of maps. There's no man.
Like, the Yoru matches the pace of this composition well, in my opinion. Like, Yoru's not trying to go in super deep. He's just playing with the same tempo. Yoru versus Neon isn't the trade-off that Neon can play stronger positions limited amount of times versus Neon plays slightly weaker positions but has unlimited ability usage? The defense trade-off is you're able to flood on retakes. I think that's about it. You're able to do hard punish traps, which aren't particularly strong on Haven, or you're able to flood fast with a stronger ability that allows you to flood in. Like, you could do the wall over the top and like flood with the wall, but Neons don't really play that way on this map. Like, they're operator players usually.
No stranger to aggression now. Still looking to find the gap close towards A. It would be this time Narrate on the other.
Shallow position as well.
Ah, I hate this kill drop. It's the old school kill drop. Retake A though against us against the eco.
Yeah, so the plant's gonna come in late lurk in middle.
Please.
They don't want to allow the plant to really go down. It's a late investment. No man with a fantastic position. Don't mess this one up though. Don't mess it up. It almost went wrong.
They played retake A against an eco. They have all this space to work with.
On the back of that, it doesn't necessarily guarantee hell or default is clear, but the Sentinels respecting it.
Yeah, so the plant's gonna come in.
This combo, it's so hard to time because the Viper Orb just negates any pressure through, you know? Like, in isolation, this idea is nice, but you wanna be pumping people through at the same time, but you can't because the Viper Orb.
And then they don't want to allow the plant to really go down. It's a late investment. No man with a pump in.
Now,
Of course he does.
yeah, I mean, the retake here has little legs to it. It's going to require Zekken to go absolutely huge. John QT actually finds one though.
Of course he does. Of course he does. And again, it is Stingers there. There is a Sheriff there. It's not a full buy. Nowhere near at full strength, but John QT tries to dive down. It's Narrate to draw blood.
It's a bad round. What does Noman say?
Really great work from XLG. Get much safer lockdown position here. There's so much is being spectated
Oh,
all the way through mid. Yeah, I mean,
Sounds is where you're looking, brother.
oh yeah.
a little more energy down on stage, but almost quite surprised. I mean, once Hunter Fury doesn't connect and find massive amounts of
Does he have that Welsh in him?
Yeah, I mean,
Sounds is where you're looking, brother.
He does. He does have that Welsh in him.
a little more energy down on
He has a little bit of Welsh in him.
Quite surprised to see it. I mean, once the Hunter Fury doesn't connect and find massive amounts of value there, Sentinels almost throw caution.
You can hear the twang.
Attempt that. It's, I guess, reading into the lesser purchase a little more, but
So where I used to live, like, just for reference, just mini lore, I guess. Like, I used to live like in England, like here, and I used to live very like on this coastline. I don't know what the fuck you call it. And so where I went to school was very close to Wales, and so my parents now live on this side of the border in Wales. But like, so there was just I just know a lot of Welsh people, or like grew up around Welsh people.
retakes are so hard towards A.
Oh, bang. This time
So
you're
nice
getting
to
it twice. He was
nice to
able
have a
top
Welshman
side on B, but now very much handled, quick learning
in VCT.
from the XLG side, checking on the other side of the wall, and that late presence
The
was
reason,
really
like, the problem is basically if you live on the Welsh side of the border, house prizes are like half the price, so it makes a lot of sense to live in Wales.
Currently at a 3 and 5.
You live in Wales? Wales is nice, man.
Making progress as well. So that will set second.
The only thing about living in Wales is the English people
Ball still there.
that now live in Wales.
Trying to play around the corner of this, but the paranoia is absolutely teed up. They have to respect it, and Viva even going to catch John QT on the way out through garage, straight through the smokes. They know their lines here. With the plant coming in.
I don't live in Wales. My parents live in Wales.
This has been magic from XLG.
Really, really well navigated.
Welsh is what you call, yeah, someone from Wales is Welsh.
John QT sitting at 2K, but narrating bang.
Now I think you went to Clifton.
Financially
Bro,
here.
I did not live in
Gonna
Clifton.
take the lead.
I might sound like I might, nowadays, that I might have grew up in Clifton, but there's not a fucking chance that I, you know,
Remove one of the rifles. Doesn't know Zelda.
not a chance I could afford to live in Clifton.
Finds him the second time around.
I don't know if I can get that on the replay, but I want to see it nonetheless. That was quick. Okay, 5-4. I'm getting a little nervous here for Sen. A little bit. Like a little nervous.
Clifton is the posh houses, yeah.
Ooh.
I lived really far west outside of Bristol. Well, it's in like a far west of Bristol. Clifton's central as fuck. Hey, Kim.
Clutching up on Sentinels, but certainly the main offenders
Yes.
being Narrate and Bang. But here, yeah, XLG just doing a lot right. I mean, we had
Did you see yesterday both Liquid and XLG was having 1-5 overall record in pistols?
say this now.
It's pretty strong.
I thought this was sent 2-0. Like, I'm not going to, say that I wrote XLG off altogether, but I certainly wouldn't have said even going to a decider.
No, I see what you were saying, and again, I think we differed in that just because of watching XLG up. Hold on a second. Are we going to get a little? Oh yeah, we're getting a little bit of that.
Jesus.
I'm fine with that. You want to throw in a performance?
Why did...
Goddamn performance. That's fine. Now, on the other
Spike's
side
got
of
a
that,
long
though,
way to go.
Yeah, he's gonna have to go for a bit of a aware, and his options now become limited. He went audacious, and he's really doubling down.
I think this Killjoy is fair enough, I guess. It's not ideal to have to use it, but...
The second,
That's not even, that's just a pre-fire, man. I don't even feel...
Yeah, very nice.
my worries are we're already here.
Yes, exactly. It's
At
how
this scoreline.
correct. It's how Sen looked against Giant X on this map specifically. It's how XLG looked competitive up against Paper Red. And Raga rips them apart again. You wanted some aggression, you wanted some highlights. You're not going to get it back-to-back rounds. This isn't side.
Pull down shook.
This round. Stage
Yeah.
there.
It's Raga.
Check in on the player cams.
Well,
It's-
it's worrying, isn't it? Because this
the-
is still
It's the trap of playing Neon, man.
and a double operator against him. Oh dear, Raga.
Oh, 2 rounds now.
That's a lot.
Seconds tried to go for aggression 2 rounds. They just go A and they win, right? I mean, they're going B, but...
You don't get one here. You don't. Raga, you're 10 HP, bro.
Yes, he's got one. Exactly.
You don't get one here.
That-
You don't get one here. You don't
it's a bit
get-
unlucky.
Raga, you're 10 HP, bro.
Raga has done criminal things. Where was Raga on my list? Was he on my list? One sec. Was he on my list?
That's madness. And now you got Fever with that Hunter's Fury. You got Happy Way with the ult. Does get dealt with fast. Zen now trying to speed up the pace here and clear through the site. But Wedge,
Raga was not on my list. Fuck.
Sentinels have to wait this out for the time being.
I'm an idiot.
the Ray tries to get ahead of it and just takes a load of damage.
He should have been on my list. I think it's just I didn't expect XLG to win.
Their depth, it looks like pop on the ult, but
Put Hathaway and Raga. I'm not gonna put two of your boys on my list.
like 7 could be calm.
Bro, I was barely I was
QT
very close to not having
praying for miracles.
Aspas on my list.
And I don't think anyone's answering right now. For
Back off.
fight it on the
As well, just
It have to be fair to XLG, who most people wrote out.
5A.
So we focus now on the second half as Raga gets curious. Zelsis trying to slip in, but he's already been caught a little lower.
Nice from Zelsis.
Well, Zelsis taking away Coconut, but Raga on Tuesday delivering just back to back. Bang, Zelsis suffering.
Massive advantage for
Three, and you look at the HP.
It's nice here too. I know, man.
massive advantage for XLG in terms of this being the pistol round, so fairly squishy on the way in here for Sentinels. Confirmation here on the backside, but actually Narrate deals with happy weight. Down to just 9 HP now.
Oh my god, this flank though. There's no pressure left on towards the site. Viva doesn't need to do too much here. He just pauses, holds his space. They've got them boxed in, but that curiosity is mounting. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Viva
They didn't see his pistol.
getting
Oh
away with
my.
daylight robbery, but it's a 1v1 and no man now put under pressure. John QT, a great mind for the game. But now the timing from no man is quick to this. He did quite well here. John QT opting, take a look down long. Wants to clear behind.
Give up line of sight as well, the spike.
Yeah, this is a really risky position to play from.
Turret on top of site. If I'm him though, I think you think that he's wrapped around. Like you get very nervous that he's probably wrapped around boxes, right?
This, I don't know if I like this.
So yeah, he immediately checks just in case. Yeah.
Given away. He wants to get half here. John QT has to move. He has to check on this quickly. The defuse. There's no
Okay.
way.
Again with a top to a sight line.
He did the fake boast though.
So brings it within one. Again, the
No man through this round. I wouldn't say through. I didn't think that was a throw.
Well, three actually. Greet them on the way in. Again, utility to deal.
Wait, what? Oh, this guy is unstoppable, man.
Almost to this sort of range. A chance
God almighty, what are they doing?
I can't believe the Marcus on more HP than he's probably something on.
trying to explore the time here. Does he catch him on the pass? He doesn't.
Okay,
Comes down to 1v1 now.
Again, Raga's been so good at this.
It's open plan, so he might wrap garage.
Around the world, it's smart. It's clear sight. The first assumption would be long, but actually Raga expecting this garage just
Oh,
the second sight on by. Stun goes in, Raga avoids, but it keeps him off from getting half. And the adjustment through towards CT, does Raga expect it? He
very well played from Zekun though, isn't it?
Point, yeah. Ones that start to matter now can start piling up. The buy rounds coming in. 3 away from the ult.
See, like how Stiggy was saying about playing around this orb. I get it. I get it.
Omen in a nasty little position here. Does the outdrone clear? It does. Happy way in the
So awkward.
Zelsis, but bang, teed up to succeed. Looks towards backside, but a little late to that one. Happy way was still there. Fine
Raga
with
says
it.
so fast.
Raga. Zekken. Omen in a nasty
Where's-
little position here. Does the outdrone clear? It does.
Oh, Zelsis dies, so the flank is done, and Braga is so quick, man. He has no fear. It's not good to be better, but I apologize if you can hear the people shouting outside. What do you think the main reason for Sentinel's loss? I think there are some like macro problems, but a lot of individual mistakes will notice. On Haven, Raga. Defense-wise, I'm gonna be defense-wise, like again, there's definitely things they could do better with the Viper. Can you guys hear outside? People fucking sending it, man. I don't know what's going on. One sec. Oh, okay. I live very close to the center where the there's usually like Palestinian rally stuff. So I respect it. but I got a VOD to watch.
Only, I swear. So does nothing.
XLG on the brink now.
Here, just for a second. Again, farm one to put
For their lives, effectively.
yes.
In terms of champions here and next year as well.
But it ain't over till it's over with Sentinels, we know that.
Ooh. Ooh.
Next year as well.
But it ain't over till it's over with Sentinels, we know that. Oh, but Happyway wants this done, man. Zekken, he's been given nothing.
Another first ever, he doesn't even have a say in the matter.
Oh. That's got to be gutting to him as well.
Narrates it in double negative as well.
Look at his confidence now coming into play, right? Taking space down to the locks. So now he plays at that.
Here's the steps as well. Should set things in motion elsewhere across the map.
He's still looking too. Still got that alarm bot.
Oh my god, and he goes 3 push. This is very good. XLG is doing really good things.
Past that line. How far does he want to go? Not too much further, but he's happy enough with this.
Still a turret to overcome here, but Zelsis can't really make progress elsewhere because that will leave the back door open in terms of flank control.
Okay, there's that next checkpoint crossed. They can be on C now. And we know that they're backing away from this. Still
Got to be
got to play
careful about the audio cues though. Again, they're not going to know that actually Homan is the puppet master of this round.
fully in control of this. But Viva's got a lot of work. He's still got his dart, so could be fine for this one. Going to be forced to slip probably through the wall.
Oh my god, he gets away with that.
Bang gets punished and he still lives. Old stuff, John QT, suffering a
Nvidia broadcast cuts out the background stuff.
have Sentinels
Yeah, have a
on
look.
the
I'll have a look at
road.
that.
A desperate plan to try and get anything working for them. But Zelsis and Narrate
Isn't Neon Operator redeemable over Euro in that she gets more opportunities to reposition, even if the repositions are weaker?
Outside
hell, I'll get a Sentinels tattoo at this point if you're
I think texture does a really good job of making it look like that. So maybe, but
Panic, bro, panic. Oh, good. I think they know that Zelsis is bowing out of this round. And XLG making it up to double digits. And you can feel it now. You can see it in the way they're playing. Confidence is there.
I have never ever wanted a team not to get nervous in a situation.
Oh,
That's what I'm telling you right now, 'cause they're playing fantastic balance.
Beautiful bout, beautiful bout.
And again, for a team like this, goes back to expectations, still have to deliver rounds like this on
Right, team lose.
good, really, the one away from the lockdown and elsewhere. Hunter's Fury appear to work with plenty of tools at XLG's disposal here. They can be frugal, but with plenty.
am I being stupid? What's Raga looking for?
XLG's disposal here. They can be frugal for Sentinels back.
Is it to do with the recon? Oh, it's drone from the right.
Down onto a
It's drone. Oh, I guess.
purchase in the next. They're going to be on 11. It's going to be. They're going to have them.
I don't think he should be looking up there though.
Pretty sure Zelsis is going to hear this push up potentially, or at least a TP from Coconut. I'm not sure 'cause that's quite late, I think. He's been posted on this with full intention. And now he's got company as well. You're going to have John QT coming over to this side. So a 3-2 split so far. Putting a lot of pressure on Bang
Once again, no man.
and Zekken to make this one work. And Happyway was a nuisance last time. And he is
These comps are obsessed with B a little bit.
We're out of quite early, so can call it a win. All things considered.
I like this though. Pressure B into like using the insert and like actually using A. It's kind of cool. But ultimately, no man's just won the game.
Spike.
Three rounds now.
Is the spike?
I've heard a line once before. That is the spike. And right now, Bang is
I
up
got
there.
1.4k viewers.
Zelsis does well.
Welcome everyone.
Spike gets lost. Viva, worth his weight in gold so far, but a 3v3 and Coconut wants out. The spike.
That is the spike.
I've heard a line once before.
Yeah.
That is the spike, and right now Bang is up in heaven with it. Luckily enough, Zelsis does well. Drop. Down, but then the spike gets lost. Viva, worth his weight in gold so far, but a 3v3.
Yeah, I hate to do it, but Bang has had a rough series. So many like moments in which he's just needed to get that one big frag.
Once again, it's not the first time.
It just seems like every time he's just not able to.
And Narrate backing in towards it quickly.
He's got
Dealt
lockdown.
with.
He's got lockdown.
He absolutely does. John QT, what do you do? 10 seconds to make up your mind. Do you bow out? Do you accept your fate? Go towards heaven. There's a corner. Not much.
There's an awkward angle to play onto this spike though. With
It's
very
the same
planted.
1v1 last time.
Is it another 1v1?
No man this time gonna have to stride in again.
I mean, John's in the advantage here for sure. So
QT, the backbone. What do you do? Backing in towards it quickly.
He's got
Dealt
lockdown.
with.
He's got lockdown.
I think that no man plays this poorly
QT, what do you do?
after the lockdown.
10 seconds to make up your mind. Do you bow out? Do you accept your 1v1 last time. Quickly
He's got
dealt
lockdown.
with.
He's got lockdown.
He absolutely does.
John's never gonna come down and try and get the. I think he just needs to run. Hey, actually, oh, I see. It's kind of unlucky. I don't think anyone's communicated to Nomad that the spike is here, so he's basically presuming John has to come here. I think that's what's happened. Because obviously John's not going to go this way or this way if the spike is here, right? So he's kind of like...
Seconds to make up your mind. Do you bow out? Do you accept your fate?
Though, with where it's
Same
planted,
1v1 last time.
He came to check here. It's over now. It's just over.
was filth. Outside, but Nomad just not considering the possibility of that reposition.
So it's mostly just because they're letting Killjoy push Sierra around. Not just that, but yes.
Second again, taking a boatload of damage just off the spam early.
I mean, if you have a player here getting you in for the like for 3 rounds in a row, then you can play a pretty good defense.
Like some of the shots Raga's been hitting on him, I can't even say much about it, but a deep line for Raga. We've not seen him go on these sort of missions before. Let's see what that awareness is like from Sentinels. Do they consider he could be here? This is an operator. Cleared off angle. No. Stays on his line.
Sorry, someone said, does Alex ever give actual useful strats as a coach? We only hear him pep talk when they use timeouts during matches. I mean, I don't know, because I've never listened to their timeouts. And then, I highly doubt pep talks are useful during high-pressure matches. During high-pressure matches, sometimes pep talks are exactly what you need. Also, you would cut out the strats, obviously. You're never going to give away your strats in a fucking timeout video. I think if people heard my timeouts for the first 2 years of Valorant, I think I would have got fired, probably. Like, if you guys could have heard them, I would have been fired. If you heard them nowadays, you'd be probably surprised. Fired? Oh, because I was bad. I was bad. Not because I was slurring, you fucking idiots. Because I was bad at coaching.
Even the fact they're willing to go back towards C, are they expecting a rotation or do they just... Now he's feeling good about this. Does he stay committed? I feel like you would, right? Like, you've got a couple more seconds. Because that turret's still there. This system had worked last time. You had Nomad in this position, and they have no idea. They're just waiting here. Turret now finally goes in. Raga has to push forward. It's just picture perfect. Zekken finally drops down Raga, but it's Zekken and narrate. And Nomad's
I didn't slur. I called you fucking idiots.
Would, right?
Takes the hard-hitting stuff here around 19.
Oh. I guess we use slur differently these days. Slur, I just presume, is like a naughty word you really aren't supposed to say, or is offensive. Like in my head, slur nowadays means offensive. Me saying fuck is not offensive to me, but... So a little bit of a fake arena, softening up C. Once again, that C push has done magic. No Man's had a fantastic game, by the way. I know it's very easy to say when someone's 21-10, but I was saying that before I even realized that he had loads of kills. Like, the amount of rounds he's won by doing the C push and stuff is really good. Slur and swear are different. No, it's not. Is it? I think people used to use the word slur to just mean swear. Did you ever call out a specific player in a timeout and say something along the lines of, what the fuck are you doing? No, never. Once, actually. Only once. I've told the story before. I once basically got annoyed with Alpha because he forgot some of the anti-strat. But I wasn't trying to be mean, and I'm never like when I'm like coaching, I'm really not. I'm actually a nice person when I coach. I think. I can be blunt, but I think I'm a nice person when I coach.
The buy, Mike.
It's
Look at that.
hideous.
So I would never say something mean to a player. At least like not on purpose.
Found out. Is it out?
Got the pit, got the lockdown, so they can almost clear sight and try and secure with the pit. But
But the outlaw as well. Got to throw
XLG
that
have got
in.
3 here. They
Wait,
might even just.
Are they going?
Yeah, I just call you guys fucking idiots. I will sometimes, if I was coaching, I'd say we are being fucking idiots. But I'd never isolate it to a person or a player. The only person I would be actually mean to would be Boaster. Like, Boaster's the only person that I would cross that line with ever, because we're friends, and it's like fine, like it's fine for me and him to like be like that. You know what I mean? And plus, he fucking deserves it. You know what I mean? So what did SEN do this round? 5A into, yeah, they desperate 5A exec, because they're just losing. It was almost beautiful. Why are we Killjoy ulting? Oh, they did discuss this. Okay, they're trying to just get out the server ult. It makes sense. Second gets unlucky. The recon's massive there. I think that ultimately, I think SEN could be a bit annoyed with the way that Lotus went. I don't think they could be annoyed about this map. I think they've just been owned.
SEN feeling the scrutiny now, feeling the pressure as XLG coming alive when it matters. It is a massive
GG. GG. That was nice by XLG. Some nice stuff. SEN are gonna have to figure things out, I guess, for next year. XOG better on Haven, yes. XOG was better on Haven. Right, 15 minutes. A TLDR where they lost. Raga on Haven. Generally not understanding the Viper on Haven, especially defense. Lotus probably didn't have the best game plan against the win conditions of the triple Sentry comp, in my opinion. Do you think XLG can take down Janex? I don't have a hot take about it. Of course they could, yeah. I think Janex should win. What did Gen G do to resurrect this Viper comp that made everyone copy them? They won. What they did is they won Haven a lot. The first thing is that Viper is incredible on this map. I think she is incredibly strong. But what Gen G did was win like almost every single Haven game forever. And so people said, well, maybe we should copy them instead of using their own brains. I think that the Fnatic version of this is better, where they run the Yoru, and I think the G2 version is better, where they run the Vice. The jury's out on Sober versus Fade in the G2 comp, but I quite like what I was seeing with the Fade. Thank you, MBS. I appreciate it. Champs winning NBS giving me the thumbs up. Is it because it's simple? I think Yoru's just better than Neon. What do I think of PRX Heaven? What is PRX Heaven? PRX Haven? I can't really say. I'm not allowed to say. I think the comp is very good. I think there's some things that they should be doing better with the comp, but the comp is very good. There's no NDA with PaperX. There's no NDA. I don't think. I'm sure the contract says I'm not allowed to just tell my Twitch chat what they're good and bad at, but I can't remember. I presume I don't know. I read the contract once. I don't know. How do you rate Ilya's server compared to more established initiative players? It's a good question. I think he's good. I think he's still good. I think at the start he was struggling a little bit more. But I think he's good. His job isn't to be as good necessarily as other initiative players like world class ones, and yet he's still able to provide a lot of value, if that makes sense. Like his job is basically shit. Our comp requires me to play Sova. Guys, I would do the best I can, but I'm not a Sova player, and I think for that he's phenomenal for that level. Like he has to flex, you know. Anytime you're forced to flex, your job shouldn't be to be the best player on the server, and yet he literally was the best player on the server the last time they played. RRQ, I guess, but this is close, right? And then G2. I actually, I kind of want to watch this, but I love watching G2 play, man. Did not like I feel like a betrayal when Paper X was Fnatic. This whole betrayal thing, like I'm a bit annoyed by. Like people think I betray Fnatic. It's like, bro, I'm not coaching, and someone asked me to like coach or help them coach. Like, I think it would have been a betrayal if I was asked to help another team, I helped them, and then decided to not help them because they're playing Fnatic or something. Like that's just mental. They betrayed him by removing him from the payroll first. Fnatic didn't kick me. Fnatic didn't kick me. Okay, right, I'm gonna go raid. I'll raid Sliggy, right? I just usually raid Sliggy. Have fun watching the games today, guys. I'll probably see you tomorrow, but there's a chance I take a break soon. Thank you all for joining. Thanks for the raid, Baby J, if you're there. I refuse to call you Inspire or Inspired. Yeah. Catch you guys a bit. Have fun today. Go be nice to Sliggy. Actually, being pretty mean to Sliggy. I sent you some questions of the questions you had. Okay. Say pip, boys.